Um,
Somebody died though.
True.
I have a feeling.
And you'd be surprised who killed them.
So as far as bombs go, I know that I used one in that fight. Are all the bombs
You used
accurate in
two.
the... Oh, all right.
I didn't want to go through all your bombs, so you eventually became
Oh,
doorman,
that's all right.
holding the door closed, just in case anybody came in.
Yeah, I'll change my
Alright,
name to
everybody.
Hoagie.
Woo!
Hopefully this looks familiar to everybody. This was the scene
Yes.
that we left off on.
Uh-huh.
Are you good to go on recording or anything secret?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm already recording. Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Alright, so, yep, this is where we left you guys off. Uh, you you murder mysteried down the location of the suspect back to these tenements.
Yeah, and we had a heck of a time hitting him.
He actually was fairly competent as far as combat goes. He was just without his special chosen, the weapon that chose him.
Oh yes, but now I'm chosen.
Apparently, yep. Uh, he is dead, as the weapon had asserted dominance over its current possessor.
Oh, great.
Oh, we at least
And
have
you
a...
guys actually did get out of here. You guys went back to the wasp's nest, and that did
No,
give you some
no.
time to. Oh, you didn't?
We didn't go back to the wasp nest because we figured that was a lot further away. We actually went to
The
the
rose, the flower
The
shop.
flower shop.
flower shop where the
That's
last
correct.
victim had died, and
Mm-hmm.
the kukri is sitting on the ground inside there, and we like spent the night
Mm-hmm.
there.
Yeah, Amon used a protection from evil to temporarily break the compulsion to obey the weapon.
Oh. Did we? I thought we were doing. Did we do that now? I don't think we did that. Yeah,
That
we
did
were
happen,
going to do that. But
Yeah, no,
okay.
we did that. That was like the very end of the session.
but the weapon is still there.
Because I had to put it at my hip in a hilt. And maybe Leon, you might like notice that like, instead of putting it away in a bag so that I won't use it, I like
Right, but now
put
that's what I'm
it.
saying. We used protection from evil, and you ended up dropping it on the ground. So now it's just like sitting on the
Right.
ground, and we put like
Okay.
a we put like a flower
Oh, that's
pot
right.
like
I
over the
remember.
top of
I put a
it.
pot over
And
it.
we're like, yeah, we're like just like pretend like you do if it's like a spider, and you're like, I don't want to deal with it. So we
Yep.
just put it over that.
Yeah, I
This
remember
is
that.
the weapon in question that is sitting on the floor.
Yeah.
Ooh, it looks
Yeah.
pretty. I touch it. No.
No. I will smack your hand.
If
Yeah.
you
My weapon.
yeah, if you drink a protection from evil extract, have one of those beforehand or something, and then you'll probably be okay.
Right.
The thing is protection from evil only lasts like minutes per level, so um,
Yep.
I believe.
It's going to be fading off of freedom in a short while.
Yeah.
So while you guys are here and under cover, what do you guys do?
Well, I think we're planning to just
I think we're
sleep in the in here, but we could also, I don't know, like, and then the next morning we were probably gonna, when it's no longer like after curfew, we were gonna probably.
Yeah, if we stay here
That's kind of
overnight, we can
risky too,
prepare
though,
several
honestly,
things of protection from evil.
because the people are gonna see us like leaving here
Leaving
during the
here,
day, and then it's like,
and there's a murder
oh, there's a
scene
murder there
inside you.
though. Yeah.
Well, the body's not here, but there's just like a murder scene. So if we lock the doors, I mean, there might be like workers because
You guys
the
could spend
owner
the
would
night
want
cleaning
to.
it up.
That's true.
I'm very skilled at making things sterile.
And Barry does recommend that we keep watch on secret or on
On
freedom.
freedom.
Yeah, just because. Yeah.
Freedom was
He-
handling the blade and to be
Yeah.
affected earlier.
Well, that and that protection from evil is gonna go away, so it might influence him to do something that he doesn't want to do. Just probably like
Yeah,
it
like
did to
I
this
think as
guy.
long as he doesn't pick it up, he's probably okay. But that's like I'm not sure. So
We
It's gonna
could
probably try to tell me to pick it up. Like, it can talk to people. In fact, it can probably talk to you. It's probably just choosing not to. That's my
what
suspicion.
if we lock Freedom or whoever is suspected of being under its influence in the small room overnight, and then tomorrow we have several more of those spells prepared, and we decide what to do.
Well, then we should lock everybody up overnight, because it could be just about any of you.
But you are the only one who has touched it. Well, yourself
I,
and in
I'd
Petit Bay.
say
True, and I don't want to ever touch it again. But I don't know if it can talk you into things from a distance. I don't know if touching it is a requirement. Is it?
don't know.
Is there anything that are that anybody can roll to know that?
Well, from what we saw, I think it was like even if you didn't directly if handled the cloth or what.
Yeah, I didn't directly
I
handle
think we
it.
know
I
that.
had cloth in my hands, and then I picked it up with the cloth
And
and
you put it in
wrapped
a
it
bag.
and put it in my
Yeah,
bag.
we still know it affected you. So it's probably the
But
proximity.
And then it talked to me and told me to pull it out of the bag, and I failed my will.
alright, then how about we are all accountable, everyone chooses an accountability buddy, and we keep the knife in the small room. Uh, we just keep watch in pairs.
I mean, it's sitting on the floor right now. Why don't we?
That works, and while we're keeping watch, we can clean.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, well, if there are no more thoughts on the subject, then I suggest we get to work while we still have that spell. So, yeah, Leon, I guess, is basically requesting that Freedom or whoever has the spell on their person at the moment move it to the small room, and then we'll try to put something heavy in front of it, just so if anybody does try to uh, access that door, they'll make some noise.
I'll kick the flower vase slowly with my foot, sliding it like against the ground until it reaches the room.
Like a kid who doesn't want to pick
Okay.
up his toys
Yeah.
when their parent tells them not to.
Yeah.
Tells them to.
It like
Alright, you do that.
bothers me that my foot is even like making contact with this, but yeah.
I wonder what would
Does-
happen if you align weapon intelligent weapon.
It probably
I
says,
don't
yeah,
think you can. 'Cause
you
it
can't
has
tell
a
me what to do.
save.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it probably has a will save. Yeah. It's like you're a good blade now.
Yeah. I mean, you might be able to convince them. I don't know. It depends on what they
Reform it.
are. This one's like a little bloodthirsty, so I'm just like, if you can teach it to be very specific about what it wants for blood and then make it like an okay thing to do, like a slaughterhouse, you know, I know I'm a vegan, but I'm gonna say this, but you know, like let him let him chop up the meat for make him a cow.
Yeah.
You just give him cow blood and maybe that'll be enough. I don't know. Just
Yeah, or do like the Buffy the Vampire Slayer solution or something. Or is it Twilight where they eat animal blood instead? Yeah, that's it.
right.
I'm ashamed that I admitted
There's
that.
a Pathfinder spell that turns wine into blood.
Oh, right. Oh yeah. That is a thing.
Called the Reverse Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good for the dancers.
Jesus uses water, not blood. Oh my god.
Oh, you're right. I'm thinking about the sexual position.
What?
The Reverse Jesus. You'll learn when you're older.
I don't want to know.
It's kind of
I
funny that
don't
you
want
said that with the wine, because I literally just I was like scrolling and I just saw that spell and I was like, oh, that's interesting, and then I scrolled past it. And then
Yeah.
he brought it up. I was like, oh, I was like, that's perfect.
I've seen it
Um,
before doing the same thing, like scrolling through, like, man, who would ever use this spell? Like, I guess it's like specifically for if you're playing a vampire character.
yeah.
Yeah. You want some blood.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Or if you want to make a crime scene.
That's true. Hey, does anybody have blood available? Oh, hold on. Do you have wine? Yeah, I have wine. Give me that. Blood. My wine now.
Oh, the
My
smell of
wine.
it. It's enough to make a man sick.
Yeah. All right, let's rest and do that thing. That thing we do. Clean, I guess. I
Yeah.
don't normally clean, but I'll decorate. I'll fluff the flowers up.
Leon will roll up his sleeves with a cigarette in his mouth, looking like he's eager to get to work.
Okay. So you're cleaning the flower shop?
Yeah, and then we'll take
Yeah.
turns resting and
I
stuff at
might
night.
have a way. If we can't figure out what to do with this knife, I might have a way to help Secret at least save whoever. Uh, conditional favor. So I could pair that spell with a protection from evil spell. What it does is on a condition or behavior that's like against what I specify, it gives them access to the second spell. And that lasts days per level.
Huh.
You can look it up. It's called conditional favor. I think, if I'm reading it right, that's what it does.
Alright, well, I'm gonna turn the clock forward. You guys rest. And I'm gonna put you early in the morning. And I want everyone to roll a perception, but roll it in the dice tower.
All right.
Oh no.
And is this like before spell preparation?
This is before spell preparation, yes.
Okay.
I'd have my bird
I'm
with me
guessing.
and
That's not in the
here.
dice tower.
Dang, I'll re-roll if you need me to. I'll just
Sure,
do
go ahead
it.
and
You
re-roll it
take
in the dice
whatever
tower.
you want. I don't care. I'm trying to find a spell that maybe Arche really wants me to have. So. Like virtue. You know, it's so good.
Yeah, I'm also trying to find a spell that my deity wants me to have.
then something does happen late at night, and this might interrupt you guys from taking your rest. So I haven't clicked the rest button yet, but I'm
Oh.
gonna say Caleb and Leon,
Uh-huh.
you two notice whether you guys are
Uh-oh.
both on. He'll be back. But Caleb and Leon, you guys notice maybe while you're both up and watching, or maybe you two just happened to hear it while you were sleeping, but you hear a sound nearby, and it sounds like something got whatchamacallit, jostled around.
Okay.
Interesting.
I go to inspect carefully and stealthily.
Okay, you two immediately find the source of what happened, and it's the vase.
Oh,
It has been knocked over, and the dagger or the kukri is out in the open.
Oh.
oh God.
But it's still there?
Dun,
It
dun.
doesn't seem to have moved from its place, but whatever was covering it has been knocked
Aw,
over.
he's just throwing a fit. Cover it back up. That's what I think.
Um, yeah, I don't really want to get close to it.
I guess I'll alert if people are still up, or
Yeah.
if any, I'll definitely alert
Well, this is
them.
in the
Like,
morning, so we need to go
ah,
wake them up if they're not up, right?
This isn't the morning yet. This happens sometime during the middle of the night.
Oh, it's not okay. I thought I heard you say something about us waking up early in the morning.
all right. I'll try to wake up Barry because I'm concerned about freedom falling under its sway if they are to be woken up. So
Yes, that's a good idea.
I'll uh, I'll shake his shoulder and say, Petit Bear, there is something you need to see.
He'll wake up and say what?
The dagger, it seems to have alleviated itself of its imprisonment. And I'll point and show him the scene.
All right. Where is it again? It's on the floor, like in front of
It's on the floor
everybody.
where you left it. It's aside from the context of what you know about the weapon, it is a very plain scene that you find is the vase is simply knocked over and the dagger is out in the open.
So it's like
So,
freaking poltergeist.
so remind me again, was the dagger placed into the small room with the cabinet and vase on top of it, placed in front, and it seems to have come out of the room by itself and is on the floor out of the room that we had put it in?
No, it's still in the room. In fact, it's
Oh,
right where it should have been, but the vase isn't on it anymore.
huh. Okay. So, okay, then, all right. I thought that it had, like, poofed from the room outside. I was like, oh, here we go. But, okay. Well, if that's the case, I'm going to see if anybody seems to be like faking sleep just in case, particularly Freedom, to see if like they may have like gone up, moved the vase, and were like, oh shit, and then pretended to sleep.
Okay. Do you go and wake Freedom up?
Uh, no, I guess not. I guess I don't know how I would do that, so I'll just kind of
Well,
squint
you
in
go
their
and check,
direction and do more.
and Freedom seems to be asleep.
Okay, all right. Well then, I'll shakily put my cigarette out and say, ah, perhaps I'm just a bit jumpy. You can go back to sleep, uh, but just be on alert, no?
He nods. He says, "You know, always put the pot back over it and put something heavy on top."
Mm. He seems apprehensive of that and says, "No, I think I will keep my distance and leave those with stronger mental fortitude to deal with it.
He nods.
Yeah, that's not me.
Yeah, Leon knows that he's very intelligent, but as far as like
Stay away
impulse
from it,
control,
Caleb.
I know. I was told by my party to stay away.
is the body? Where was the body of
It's all fun and games
Vex?
until the martial
That
character with the low will saves gets dominated by the weapon.
especially the martial character that can do 60 points of damage in one hit.
And has
Mhm.
no will
Yeah.
save at all.
Yeah. The body was moved by the tiefling guy, so it's not here. There's no body
Yeah,
here.
Oh,
it's not here.
okay.
We're
So
not.
he
We're
was
not. We're
called.
not at this apart. We're not at this apartment.
Oh,
That we see. We're at the flower shop where that body
Yeah,
was buried.
Borrow X's body's
oh,
actually still
gotcha.
in his apartment.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then I
They'll
guess during the
probably
free
think
time.
they'll probably eventually think that Borrow X was a. Well, they might end up thinking that he was a victim of the slasher, even though he
Until they
was the
find that
slasher.
shrine.
Well, he's actually dead, like right by the shrine, so that would make things weird. Probably they might be confused.
Yeah. Not only that, but he wasn't the slasher. The knight's the slasher.
Well,
Like
yes and no.
In Barry's head, I don't even think he doesn't even think that the slasher from Legend was like uh
Mingvu.
Because
well Ming
I
Voon
think
might
this
have been
guy
in the same
was.
situation as this guy.
Yeah,
I
that's what I
kind of think
mean.
this guy was already kind of messed up beforehand too, though.
Well, that's probably yeah.
Maybe.
I could be wrong, but that was kind of the impression I got.
So do you
All right.
guys rest? Do you do anything about the kukri?
I think I'm still asleep.
Yeah,
Okay.
he. I just Leon. I just squint
Well,
at
Amon is
the.
still asleep.
Yeah, I just
I must
squint
have
at
rolled
the
low.
kukri, suspicious, like, and I'm up to your tricks.
You're
Alright,
waiting for it to
Leon can
grow
take like
legs and
his
walk
watch
away.
basically. Yeah.
Yeah, and and during my watch, I'll probably be looking at the flowers, admiring them, being somewhat of an herbalist myself.
Yeah.
Mhm. The ones that don't have blood on them anymore that were cleaned up.
Yeah, these are flowers.
Sweet.
All right. Yep. I take my watch.
Okay. Then you take your watch and you guys do finally get your rest worth. It is
All
early
right.
morning, 6 a.m. What do you guys
All
do?
right. Prepare spells.
Pray.
The kukri always exhibits that faint red glow from it. It never seems to go away.
Hmm. Alright, let me get my spells
Yeah,
set
I
here.
guess I'll inform everybody what happened during the night, those who were asleep.
There. Did you overnight rest me? You did. Yay! Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, all my spells are recharged.
I only
Nice.
used one lay on hands.
my
We didn't
Yeah.
really need to
my
rest, I
farmer
guess, but...
spells.
Well, I got new protection from evils
Well, it
repaired.
was
So.
late at night anyway.
Yeah, but I
Because
did
you
want
guys
to change my
stayed up.
spells, so now I got those. Yeah.
Stayed up until he came home.
Mm-hmm. I'll hand out a potion of bark skin and enlarge person to a freedom.
Again? Okay.
Yeah, just that's pretty much going to become the norm, especially since you
What are
seem to
the
find yourself in
durations of
melee.
these? Because, like, it's kind of annoying to be, like, holding, or have to hold a potion at the start of a combat. Um...
Bark skin is 10 minutes per level, so that'll last 50 minutes. Enlarged person is 1 minute per level, so that'll last 5 minutes.
Right. Okay. So the bark skin. Yeah. Okay.
Bar
If
skin
you
is
want,
definitely a good
I
one to
if you
drink
want, I
before, like.
we can just say that I gave it to you, and then I'll just remind you at the beginning of a battle so that you don't have to devote any brain power to it.
Maybe. Yeah. That would be cool. Because if
Yeah.
Freedom puts it in his bag, he'll probably forget about it because it's not his per se.
Well, yeah, you don't even have to put it in your
Holy shit! You just
bag
got
because
borrowed.
as soon as I prepare the
Oh
next day's
whoa!
extracts, those ones will become inert.
What just happened?
I don't know.
Did you move your microphones or something, Drew? Because you just got loud in the middle of talking. For me, at
Oh,
least.
I'm sorry. Yes, I did adjust my microphone. I noticed that it was basically
Oh.
pointing downwards.
Oh. Okay. Tripping
Sorry
out,
about that.
man. uh.
Yeah, it's all good. Sounds better now.
Yeah. Um. Yeah.
Doing the
Yeah.
Led Zeppelin whole lot of love, like
Because you have the effects that you can put on me, right? Anyways. Or no?
I think so. Yeah, I'll just put the effects on you when you say you want to use them,
Yeah.
and we'll just say that you have them on your person.
But yeah,
All right,
during
so
the morning,
moving on.
what do you guys do?
Well, we got to deal with this. Got to deal with this kukri. At least, uh, like something a little more permanent.
Amon, do you have a spell to move objects without touching them?
Nope. Don't think so. Maybe.
Oh, you don't have Mage Hand?
I do have Mage Hand, actually. I could do Mage Hand.
Ooh.
I don't think Mage Hand really will accomplish what you're hoping it will, though, because, like, I think you're still possessing it, basically. Um, but I have protection from evil. Like, that's the more important thing anyway. But,
True.
yeah, I mean, like, it only lasts minutes. It's not like I can keep it up on me all day and be carrying this thing around. Like, we
Yeah.
gotta...
I prepared Magic Circle against evil,
That's a good
which
one, too.
is a radius one. Creatures within the area gain the effects of protection against evil,
Oh, it lasts
and
longer, too. It
it's
Yeah, I
lasts
10
think
for...
it's
minutes
10
per level.
minutes.
Yeah, it
Nice.
lasts for like
So
an
yeah, we
hour.
could like be in there for a long time. Al, Barry, do you have any contacts within your church who might be skilled at exorcisms or disposing of cursed items?
I don't
Hmm.
think the Church of Garrosh
Uh,
is active here.
he says, yeah. Unfortunately, not. And I don't. He also says, I don't know if this item's cursed. It's just intelligent.
Do you have any way of removing curses?
It's not a curse. It's
He
it's an
he
intelligent.
does. He nods. I could prepare a spell, but it's not a cursed item. It's an intelligent weapon. It has a mind of its
Ah,
own.
It's
I guess
talks to
that
me
is yeah.
or has. Hmm.
Yep, that's
That's
how you
why.
got its name too.
True. We know it has a name.
Perhaps if you use your spellberry to make the circle, that will give yourself and Amon enough time to perhaps inspect it and figure out how to subdue it or remove the intelligence.
I mean, it's worth a shot. I have two of these spells. I prepared two of them. Took up both my third level spots, but I figured might as well.
Yeah. Does Amon have identify?
I think I do have identify. I left a slot open, so I mean I could try identify on it, but I don't think that
Does identify require you
necessary.
touching it?
Sure does.
Because
But with
Yeah.
magic
it
circle,
gives you a bonus on spellcraft.
Yep.
Well, I can. If you fail your save, I think it's doing a compulsion effect. I can try to word of resolve you
well, with magic circle, that
and
will
give you.
completely negate any attempts to
Oh,
exercise
that's
mental
true.
control over them.
Yep.
Oh,
That's
that's
why when
true.
I touched it earlier, I had protection. I touched it earlier with protection from evil up when it was in the apartment, and it didn't do anything to me because I was, I had my mind shielded.
Hmm. Okay.
You used your big brain. And this flower shop, it's closed right now, right? Like this is a
Yeah.
pretty secure location as far as out of the public eye
There was
is
a murder here.
concerned.
Yeah, but
Right,
that's
but
not
nobody
public
knows
knowledge.
that. Right.
Yeah. The flower shop has been closed for a full day,
Yeah, I
and
mean,
right now it's very early in the morning before it would normally open up. But if you depending on how long you stay here, things might change.
Well, we only have like 2 hours at the most with the two magic circles against evil. So if nothing is able to be done with the knife, like by the time the first one is over,
We have one
maybe
hour
the
at most. 1 hour at most.
ah,
if only we had level 4 cleric spells available to us right now.
I know.
Then we could
I saw.
cast exercise.
Yep. I saw that.
No,
I was like, "Are you
that's
kidding
actually a
me?"
third party
Oh.
technically. Never mind.
Uh,
We could also, like, I hate to say it, but leave town. Wait, no, we can't leave town with it because we can't keep protection of evil up all the time.
Well, magic
well,
circle would
this is
last. He kept for 50 minutes, so
Well, I was gonna
I
say
don't know.
like, leave town with it and take it to like appropriate people to deal with it that have nothing to do with Thrune and his goons.
Yeah,
But we would
it's
have
gonna
to
be hard to like.
leave. Yeah.
Yeah.
the other one that we could do is bury it.
or cast it into the ocean. Let la
No,
Yeah,
mer
no,
deal with
no,
it.
no, no. There's
the
the.
ocean,
I would
the
hate for our
oceans. That's
friends to find that and think it's a beautiful jewel and
yeah.
find out it's not.
But we could prepare stone shape and put it into the earth.
True, and then maybe come back for it when we know
I wouldn't do
more.
that. If you do that, it might grow into a plant or crop, and who knows what'll happen after that.
Yeah, it'll be voiced by Tim Curry and sing an awesome song.
Oh hell yeah.
I mean, we can always ask around and see if maybe we haven't talked to Rexus. What's his name?
Yeah,
Oh
if you
yeah,
haven't seen
I'll
Rexus Victicora in a while,
Well, yeah,
Hmm.
or find out if our the innkeeper or not innkeeper, the tea shop or coffee shop person has any idea of anybody that can take care of this or
How about we try ourselves first, using one of your spells, Barry? Just one. And if we are unable to ascertain its properties or how to deal with it, then we can go about and try to find someone who can help us.
I wish we
he
could
nods.
speak with the dead and ask that man where exactly he found this because was it dormant once before? And why was it dormant? Was it buried? Maybe that is a temporary solution. I mean, it might be able to kick a bucket off itself, but surely it can't dig out of a grave, right?
We just don't know.
Do we know what our tiefling friend said he was gonna indicate what he was gonna do with the body?
I don't know if that guy would talk to us, though.
I think he would if we impressed upon him, that, if we don't figure
He
out
didn't
the
tell you what he was going to
origins.
do with the body, but it seemed like he had prepared it in such a way that he had plans for it. But he was also, I mean, he doesn't know yet that you found the murderer and dealt with them, and he did ask you to, like, enact justice.
Yeah, it might be
Hmm.
best to go to him, uh, and because he is part of a big agency too, and they might have the power to deal with whatever this thing is.
That's true. They are devotees of Milani, and I'm sure they have quite a few clerics in their ranks. They might be able to uh, put their heads together on this situation.
I still wonder if it's convertible.
That is a very optimistic viewpoint. If you wish to explore
Freedom.
it,
Barry says, and it's wondering the same thing to you.
Oh, jeez, are you gonna convert me?
no, I
Dagger
believe
wants to, probably.
berries. Right.
Not
Yeah,
Barry.
that's a
I'm
Oh,
saying the
right. The
blade wants to
knife.
convert
yeah,
you.
yeah. Yeah, I know he. Well, it's not that he wants to convert me, he just wants me to stab things.
Wants you to reject your ideals and become an agent of disfigurement and ugliness.
I don't think it really has a care for reason or cause. Maybe it does. I would have to talk to it to really like find out, does it care what we do, or does it just want to be stuck into flesh? I don't know. It's
We, I suppose, if the spells that Barry has still allows you to communicate it, you could perhaps satisfy your curiosity without risking your mind and your will.
I don't know.
Barry nods. He says it's a
Well,
good idea to at least see,
based on what we've
um,
seen, we
try to
think that
identify it.
this thing's had two owners, and both of them have been serial killers.
Well, at minimal, but like this slasher was a long time ago. So was it dormant? What happened in between that time frame?
Was it a long time ago? I thought it was like less than a few weeks.
The
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 slasher.
slasher,
professor.
the slasher happened like
The
hundreds of
serial
years ago.
killer's recent.
Wait, it did? Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
original
I
slasher was
thought
like
The
this.
hundreds
original
of
Okay,
That's
years
why
ago.
it's kind of
I
like a
thought this entire
town
time that.
myth. Well, not myth,
Yeah, I
but
thought this
yeah.
entire time the slasher was the recent killings.
Well,
No,
Mm,
kind of. I
maybe.
mean,
Yeah.
these are
it's
similar to those, basically.
copycat.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay.
But it might, like, our kind of theory now is that maybe it was this dagger might have been involved with that too.
Right, right. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, this
The
dagger
one
might
that
have been.
caused it.
I got that part.
I say, Barry, if you are willing, cast your spell and we interrogate it. It's not often you get to ask questions from the actual murder weapon.
Scafter. Uh, he will cast it, I guess. So we got 30 minutes,
Wait, how exactly are we
and
going about this?
we're gonna just basically. I want to try to identify it. I mean,
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
more of its properties and stuff like that, and then if we want, we can ask it questions. But he
Oh,
also
yeah.
sets a timer, or I guess a person that casts the spell has like an internal timer
I
to where
agree.
he
Let's
Yeah,
knows.
violate it
kind of like
first,
how.
then talk to it. Let's go.
So, try to, since I cast it, try to any knowledge I can roll to like identify it completely.
I mean, you can spellcraft it to see what properties are on it, but you guys have already done that.
I don't know if my character checked it, but I don't know how much more information I could divine from it if there was anything to.
I think we kind of know what it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
know that the properties that are on it is that it is a +1 kukri that deals 2 points of bleed damage. Or on a successful critical hit, it deals 2 points of bleed damage, which stacks with any bleed damage already caused by the attack. And each time the wielder strikes a blow that deals bleed damage, they gain temporary hit points equal to the amount of bleed damage dealt.
So that's like a constant heal too. Basically giving yourself like temporary fast healing.
You also know that it has an evil aura.
Yeah, I detected evil on it, which is.
You also know that it has a caster level of 7 on it, which is normal for what its magical properties needs.
Hmm. All right.
And it also has
I
an aura of
guess
faint necromancy. But you don't know anything else about the weapon
other than its name.
other than its name. You all suspect, though, it has other properties, but I depending on who has like the highest knowledge arcana would be able to like determine that whatever else it's capable of, only it knows it. There's no way short of divination to figure out what it knows.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably has. It's because it has abilities that are tied to the intelligence, rather than the actual like enchantments on it.
It's like
Correct.
having feats, basically.
Something like that. Yeah. It's like why I
All
can't
right.
use spellcraft to identify what feats Caleb has.
Yeah.
Come over here, Caleb.
Yeah.
I got to
Whatever he
identify
knows
you.
how to do is what he knows how to do.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
I know
So
how to
you guys
farm.
want to question
I
it
know how to
then?
intimidate.
Okay.
Intimidate the knife.
Listen here, knife.
I guess that's one way you could try dealing with it is destroy it. Like, I know it's a magical weapon that's always hard as shit to do, but you could just
Yeah.
melt it or like melt it down.
I mean, I know things out of character, but Freedom doesn't know these things. But there's much simpler ways to take care of it.
You could
Spend
do
the
a
day at the
feeble mind on
library,
it.
and I'll learn about it.
I mean, there's high level magics that I'm familiar with that could disintegrate it.
Yeah. If
Such
this if
spells,
this was
interestingly enough, are known as disintegrate.
if this was Cormac, you'd cast it and be done with it, but it's very weak little berry.
For now.
Yeah, for now. So do we want to ask it questions or try to figure out? I mean, we kind of know what it wants. It wants murder or wants blood, but we don't know, like,
We need to know where it came from, just so that we can sort of put the mystery of that to bed. So, Petit Bear, if you want to be the interrogator, asking the questions, be my guest.
all right. He'll hmm, see. He has the spell protecting him, but he's still like sketched.
Sure,
But
Leon
he
can obviously see that.
he'll reach for the weapon.
Okay, you do.
He'll use the blade's name and say, "What do you want out of this? How did you come to be?"
It doesn't respond.
I hate this. He's gonna tease it.
You're gonna tease it.
Yeah,
He
he's gonna do what
drops
he
one
did
of
before.
his.
Okay,
He's
you're gonna
gonna,
draw blood with it.
yep, on his hand again.
Okay.
Ooh, okay, I have an idea as well. After this, I have an idea that I'll try this.
Then
Me too.
you cut your hand. Is it the same hand or is it the different hand?
It's the same hand.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend some time to prepare a spell during this.
Uh, roll me a charisma.
Oh, damn.
You get an empathetic feeling, Barry, that it feels jaded.
Like it knows I'm trying to.
To persuade it. But that it does want it, but it's like you're cutting the same hand. You're trying the same old trick with it.
I hate this
Yeah.
thing.
I tell you, like,
Dude.
this spell that you cast lasts 15 minutes, right? The circle, or whatever
30.
the magic. 30? But it was 10 minutes
Mm-hmm.
per caster level.
Yeah.
I thought we were casting
Oh,
level
wait,
5.
wait. Cast a level 5. Yeah, duh. You're right, Drew. I
Okay.
forgot. I
That's
for
okay.
some reason I had my level completely. Yeah, I was
It's
thinking of
alright.
the
We were
spell
level
level.
3 for a long time.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking spell level, not
We
caster
were actually
level.
were.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I'm going to spend 15 minutes preparing a spell. And then I'm going to go cast it on this thing. I'm
Okay.
gonna say we don't need it to talk to get information from it. I'm going to cast share memory on it, and I'm gonna try to see
Ooh.
the memory of when Varlwex found it, and it gets a will save versus the
Okay.
effect of
Do
it.
do we
I don't
want
have this
Caleb
What's
to
the
try
configured.
and
DC?
intimidate it first?
The DC is 17.
You want me to? I mean, I can.
Because if you shake in it, that'll weaken its
I
resolve.
don't know if you can shake
I
it.
don't
I
know if you
don't
can
think you can.
shaken stagger. I'll
Yeah,
do it though. I'll
I
try.
think this will
I'll
work.
be like, you better do what we want and not take control of us. Hey, look at that! Completely
Nice.
wasted 20.
If it was
You're right.
able to be
There's only a
intimidated,
limited amount of those.
yeah, there's only a limited amount of 20s to go
You can
around
only roll so many 20s until
until the pool's expired.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's not having that.
Aw,
Okay.
it 20'd him back.
Well,
Well,
Barry, are
well,
you still in possession of it while Amon is casting share memory?
No, you probably would have put it down.
Okay.
wait,
no,
is
I
it
mean, I have
still
to
Okay,
touch
wait.
it.
shaken
I have to
though?
touch it to
Because it
cast share
can't.
memory on it. So I don't know
Okay.
if it does anything with that.
Well, you get an empathetic feeling, Amon, that it it doesn't like it. It's not an
Oh,
angry kind of feeling. It's more like a revulsion.
Oh, boo.
yeah. Well, we can try. I can try casting this again some other time, but I only had one available use of that.
Mm-hmm. All right. They will pick up the weapon again.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast one other spell on it though while we can.
Okay, go ahead. You do it
This
before he picks it
spell,
up.
yeah, because this spell is gonna last for quite a while. What's the duration on this spell? I believe it's hours, maybe it might even be days. I'm gonna cast apport object on it. Yeah, this will last for hours. Because I'm gonna use the receiving thing on it so that I can, if I need to, I can use a mental trigger to teleport it to me as a swift action.
It sounds like it's corrupted you already.
Well, the
Okay.
advantage the advantage I have here is that you can
If someone gets it,
apport
yeah.
it even if someone's holding it and they don't want to give it to you. So if I'm doing this as kind of like as case it like I don't know because like Mamon has good mental fortitude too. Like it's not a like good like he has a good will save, but so if it gets into like Caleb's hand, it'd be better. It'd be as an emergency, I can be like, oh no, we need to get that out of there. Um, I don't know. I'm hoping I don't have to use it, but anyway, yeah,
All
I'm
right.
gonna have to.
You cast the spell, and it is going to try and save against it.
Okay, that is something it can do. It
Okay.
failed its
It looks like
saves.
it
DC
doesn't.
17 still. Yeah. So I can now teleport it away
Um,
if I need to.
it asks you, "What is this?"
Asks
Um,
you. Him.
that's me. I'll mentally tell it that it's a leash. Keep it under control.
Why?
We don't need another slasher in this city. So I'm gonna do what I can to prevent that from happening.
Okay.
He's plotting against you now.
Probably. You don't like me. It's fine.
Hmm. Leon thoughtfully puffs a cigarette, and I ask Freedom, "Do you want to talk to it, Freedom? It seemed to have taken a liking to you. Perhaps it will be a bit more willing to speak
Well,
and divulge
it only
information."
liked me because I failed my save. And that will not happen again.
Hmm. All right. Barry, do you mind if I hold this dagger for a moment? I want to try to parley with it.
He nods. He doesn't see what will hurt. He also is not holding it. When he when Amon
Gotcha.
casts the spells, he puts it on like there's a table or whatever. We'll put it on the table, and he's only gonna touch it when he wants to interact with it himself.
All
So
right.
stay near the
I'll
table, don't walk away.
I'll walk up to the table, take a drag on my cigarette, blow it out onto the table onto the knife, and say, "Bonjour, Monsieur Buveur de Sang. I am speaking to you. Can you hear me?" Trying to get some sort of response out of it, see if I have to
Yeah.
touch it or if it can just speak to me telepathically.
You get no response.
All right. I say, "Ah, don't be such a little bébé. If you are nice, I will give you a treat."
Let's see. It says, I don't want a treat.
Are you sure? My blood is. I think you are thirsty for it, no? You seem to eagerly drink it up.
I'm not hungry.
Or such a fussy thing you are. Alright, well then, have it your way. But I've got lots to spare.
I'll be hungry later.
Ah, but mon ami, you see, later you'll be in the possession of people who will not be wanting to feed you. Ever. In fact, they are going to be working quite diligently to try and destroy you. So I think it is in your best interest to live in the moment, wouldn't you say?
I don't understand what you're saying.
I'm saying you drink now, or you never do again.
What are you trying to poison him with your blood? Jesus.
It says, I don't understand.
I'm trying.
Can you just
I'm trying
talk?
to be.
Like, can you just talk without an offer? I don't know.
I'm trying to be amicable here. I give you something you want, you give us something we
He
want.
doesn't
And
want
what we
that.
want
What?
is in
It asks,
fact.
what do you want?
There you go.
I want to know your life story. No?
Oh shit.
You're, su- you're such a talkative thing. Don't you want to, some sort of record of yourself so that this memory of this dagger will live in the hearts of people, striking fear into those who walk home at night?
I suppose it would
I
be a
don't
good
care about
art
that.
piece.
You do. You may have a soul, but it is not one of an artist. You make me sad.
Barry will say, "What do you care about?"
To fulfill my purpose.
What's your
And who gave you
purpose?
that purpose? Oh,
To
yeah,
kill.
go ahead.
Anything in
Uh,
specific?
Things with flesh.
Yeah, see? Just give him cows. Let him work at the butcher shop. He doesn't want to work all the time. He wants breaks, so, treat him like an employee.
And who created you? Who is your master?
Father.
Is that with a capital F, or is it just in general?
It doesn't respond.
Hmm. Uh, Barry, do you know of any deities or creatures that might be affiliated with this sort of weapon?
Can I do a knowledge religion
There's no knowledge that you can plumb
roll?
to get more information on this.
All right.
All right.
Um.
We need to destroy it. It is evil.
Yeah.
No.
That
It says
uh,
very firmly.
Yes.
well, if you perhaps illuminate a few details, maybe that might change our mind.
Freedom puts down a
Your
table
existence.
and puts a sign in front of it and says, "Convince me otherwise. This knife is evil." And he sits down.
And sips a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sits down next to Bernie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Barney is a thing in this universe.
Oh.
Oh no.
Big Barney.
Yeah. I don't want to meet that bear.
Does the dagger respond to what Freedom says?
About what?
Yeah, I thought he
It said no,
said.
and then Freedom said, "Convince me otherwise."
Was Freedom's are you framing that as like a like towards the dagger to like convince me why I shouldn't destroy you.
No, that's sarcasm. But his demeanor towards this dagger is 100% destroy it, and everybody in the party
Yeah.
should body language read that. So
Right.
Okay, that's berries too.
yeah, yeah. I'm curious about like, can it be dormant? Like, can we bury it so that it can't affect people until we figure out what to do? Like, bury it 30 feet under the ground. That's really deep. I don't know what its range
Like,
is or its capability of influencing people.
yeah, I think basically we're just trying to learn a little bit more about its origins. That way, hopefully, through any sort of details that it might divulge about its existence, purpose, or origins, it will give us a better idea of how to deal with this thing slash
Yeah.
dispose of.
Well, it's talking a little bit.
Yeah.
hmm I guess the biggest line that has dropped so far is that it was created by Father. So I guess I'll ask it. And who's his father? Is there a mother as well?
No.
Ah, how patriarchal. Alright. Then who is your father? Do you know their name?
Balgora.
But you're Belgor.
Yes.
Okay.
We are named after your sires then, or are you one and the same?
It responds yes to the former part before you speak the latter.
Gotcha. So it was named after its creator.
Or it named
Yes.
itself after its creator. Did you kill your own creator? Just curious.
I think so.
Mm.
And who else has wielded you throughout the ages? We know a Professor Mengvun. Does that bring any happy memories?
I remember.
Was there anybody else?
The man that died. Varl Wex.
Hmm.
Any others between those two?
Yes.
Uh oh.
Hmm. And how did you come to pass from one possession to another?
They found me.
And then you spoke to them? You exercised your will over theirs?
They helped me.
And do you have an end purpose, or is it just a constant need to stab?
My purpose is to kill.
Hmm. I look to the others, take another drag on my cigarette, and just kind of shrug, like, well, I think it seems to be predisposed towards murder.
Yeah, I think it's pretty disposable. I don't think. I think I'm with Freedom on this one. I don't think keeping this thing around is gonna be of any benefit. If we can find a way to destroy it, then
We
we should
just,
probably do it.
we, I think perhaps we talk to our orange friend and have him put some feelers out to see who is willing to take a crack at this thing.
Hmm.
Well, I do believe you have sipped your last drop of blood, so please savor it, monsieur, and good day to you.
Okay.
I have no more to say, but anyone else who wants to ask it any more questions is free to.
No, we just gotta figure out where we're putting it in the meantime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
Do we have a bag of
Barry.
holding? That's like an
No, we
extra
do not.
dimensional space. It wouldn't be able to communicate to us.
Well, if we want to, depending on how much time is left and what the magic circle works like, Barry could possibly cast it on himself again and then transport it over to that tiefling guy.
Do we really want to? I mean, I guess, but I don't know.
I don't think we want to give it to him necessarily. I think we just need to. We just want to ask him if he knows anyone that might be able to help.
Yeah, I guess, and then have them come to the flower shop.
Or somewhere else, because we can't stay
Yeah.
here that much longer.
I don't think we're. Yeah, we're not gonna be staying here that much longer. We're
That's
gonna have to
true.
move it somewhere else.
We could go over to the uh, what was it called? Not the
No.
Sweet Tooth.
Barry shakes his head. We gotta let that place cool down too.
Hmm.
People are,
Uh,
even though it doesn't get much business, people are gonna start wondering why it's getting business.
did he give any indication as to how to contact him or reach him if we needed to, or where he would be?
Yeah, the last place you saw him was at his shop, the Devil's Threads.
Oh, okay. How far away is that?
Not that far.
Okay. I'll tell the others that, either I could go on over there or Amon, if you want to, retrieve him and bring him over here to the flower shop and we can inform him as to our findings.
Okay, I'll go do that. I think that's fair.
Cool.
Um, yeah, I'll go to
Okay.
his shop. I'll go to his shop then, and yeah. Let's see. When
God,
we
this
get
would
to
be
it,
like this
I'll.
would be like the dream weapon for like an assassin archetype,
Oh yeah,
like the assassin class.
I think if you play like a more I don't know, moral, like questionably moral like party, this is probably like really really powerful and useful. If you're like playing if you're playing like a more ruthless kind of rebellion, I guess.
I mean, I can always become an anti-paladin and start fighting for Arthrun. Woo!
Whoa.
I
Well, I
I don't
mean,
know
mean,
if they'd take an
that's the
anti-paladin, but
saying.
I know what you're
You could
saying.
be like an anti-paladin fighting against Thrune even. But yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
that's true, but
Not enough chaos in this tyrannical empire.
Yeah, the funny thing is that an anti-paladin is strictly chaotic.
There is an archetype that's
Or
lawful
tyrant.
evil, I think though. Yeah. But yeah, the normal anti-paladin is chaotic evil.
Alright, well you go to the Devil's Threads and you find Hidamon.
Yep. And yeah, I'll kind of like try to like kind of act like I'm talking about something unrelated, and I'm gonna use tribal
Yeah.
cooperation to tell him, just because I don't know, there's probably no one around that's listening anyway, but tell him like we found the murderer, but we have like another problem, and uh, I'm hoping that maybe he has some resources that could help.
Mm.
And ask him to
Okay.
come with me.
What kind of problem is it?
a knife problem.
The magical kind.
We'll call him Mac for code.
And I'll just
But you
ask
said
him to come with
you.
me. I'll ask him just to come with me, and like we'll explain it more at the flower shop.
All right. Well, he does ask you, like, you said you found the murderer. Did you deal with them?
Yeah, well, sort of. It's complicated.
All right. Where where are the others? I assume
Yeah.
that I'm gonna go
They're
see them.
they're waiting here. Yep, we're going to see them. Follow me.
All right. Well, he was still opening up his shop, but he locks it and closes it for now, and he gets his hood and cloak and he covers himself up,
Okay.
and yeah, he'll follow you.
All right. And then yeah, I'm guessing that probably the protection from evil or sort of protection from evil is probably still going if he's in the same area, but if not, we might have to recast it. But yeah, I'll bring him in there and say like, so like once we're in the building, I'll say like, we found the person who was committing these murders, but they had this intelligent weapon that's being possessed by evil spirit. And I know that you probably don't have any way of dealing with this thing, but I'm hoping that maybe you might know or be able to point us towards someone who perhaps could help with this because uh, this thing uh, is what caused the murderer to like go on his killing spree.
Hmm.
Like it looks probably kind of dangerous, but it's even more dangerous than it looks because there's an evil spirit possessing it.
Oui, it is called Belgora, if that rings a bell, named after its father, which it claims to have killed.
He says he doesn't know that name, and he's glad he doesn't. Uh, he does tell you that this is both unexpected and troublesome, as you say. I I've never dealt with an intelligent and evil weapon.
Yeah, I don't think very many people have.
Do you think that, at the moment, this is just me spitballing if that is the correct phrase? Do you think it's possible that Surun might have had a hand in this? Like, maybe, who knows what sort of magical weapons they might have in their repositories, but maybe they purposely leaked out this weapon to sow some chaos amongst the populace?
He said he's not sure that the chaos in the city certainly does stand to benefit Thrune, but it doesn't sound like something that they would do themselves. In fact, the weapon might be just as interesting to them as it is to, I don't know, anyone else who seeks to contain, uh, like, dangerous, intelligent items. He says that he does know that the Church of Abadar has a reputation uh,
Hmm.
for taking dangerous items and sealing them in vaults.
Do you think that they would, or if you have any contacts that might be willing to take this off our hands, and if in the process they are willing to pay a little bag of gold?
Unfortunately, I don't.
Do you know someone who might have that sort of contact?
I
Not
do.
personally, no.
Barry thinks there's one person. We do have a captain that owes us favors.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Guess.
I don't. Perhaps I was hoping that it would be something like the church because they are more likely to put it under lock and key. Because I don't want this thing to finding its ways back onto the shores of our silver city.
I don't want it finding its way into the streets of other cities either, for that matter.
We
That's true.
Hmm. Well, perhaps the captain might have a contact with the church or some sort of line to it. Is there a Church of Abadar in the city?
No. You would have to
Okay,
go to another city.
gotcha. Hmm.
How close is the closest like big city?
Let's see. As far as big cities go,
Or a city that would be able to handle this, like an Abadar like bank
Time to go
or
to
an
Pathfinder
Abaddon.
Google Earth, which is Oz Nogon, whatever. Uh, Nizroc's probably the closest big city, or
Yeah,
maybe
Nizroch
Vyre.
is close by, or Vyre.
I don't want to go to Nizroch though. Albatross is pretty close too, whatever that is. What is Albatross?
Tell me, Ataman, do you know if there's any way I can get a lead-lined small box?
It's just a small fishing village. So yeah, Nizroch is pretty much it.
He says, well, you should be able to buy something simple like that.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm curious to see if I know that lead, even a very small thin sheet, can block some sort of magic. Perhaps it could block this dagger's influence. So if we were to give it
Ooh, I
to the
like that
captain,
idea.
just instruct him, never open this box unless you are in the presence of a cleric or something.
well, we can also put it in a lead box and then bury it. That
Wait,
way.
but I'm hoping to, for our troubles, to somehow get some sort of uh, monetary recompense so that, for one, we can try to maybe reimburse those who have lost something in the carnage of this knife, and also help fund the rebellion.
I don't think we're gonna be getting money for giving someone a cursed item unless it's just someone who's up to no good.
I guess
Yeah,
Vyre is also a really close city, but that's also another place, sort of like Nizroch, where I wouldn't want to go with this thing. Like, Vyre and Nizroch both seem like places where they would just like, oh yeah, we'll destroy it, and then they're like, yeah, actually not.
All
perhaps,
right, highest bidder here.
right. And
Yeah.
well, I'm not banking on that the Church of Abadar will give us some sort of golds for it, but there's always a chance. That is the only way, save selling it at some sort of black market auction, that I can think of getting any sort of money for it, and I don't want to do that. Could
Is
could
there
we do that?
do we can is there a role that we can determine how to like figure out how to destroy this like
How to
ourselves?
destroy it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we're thinking that like have someone else do it, but if there's a way that we can destroy it ourselves through just like anything really.
That'd be nice. Uh,
Yeah.
Like, yeah, if there's a way to sever an intelligent item's intelligence or prevent it from exercising its influence.
or
Oh,
just
Besides,
destroying the weapon
I mean,
itself.
magic
that too.
items are breakable. They just are harder to break than normal things. And if we just bash it enough, like stick it in the, uh, you know, smelt it or whatever, maybe even.
True. Throw it into the furnace at the saltworks.
Or something, maybe. I don't know.
Or the furnace at the metalworker's place.
Oh yeah, was there metalworkers that we had gone to?
Yeah, that's the guy that we killed that had this knife recently was a metalworker. He was a tinker.
Oh, all right.
Okay, I like the idea of getting a lead box. Like,
Okay.
I like that idea. I think that might be our best chance. Like,
Yeah,
Hmm.
I like that too.
If we
and then
can
even if we
I
get
can't
don't
deal
like
with it
the idea
right
of giving
away,
it
a
to the
bag of
captain.
holding, we can just keep it in the bag of
well,
holding.
I feel like this could be one of those things where we put it in a lead box, and then hopefully something we get like an opportunity to deal with it more permanently later. Because we have a lot of stuff going on right now. Like, I don't think we can like drop this and go, or drop everything and go like, you know, trawl a law off to Absalom or something to get a deal
Yeah.
dealt with.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
it
right.
could provide like some sort of income later on if we get the skills to, deal with it. So yeah, lead lined box. I'm cool with that.
Lead line blocks and then stone shape it into a wall.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do like head him on. No, like we did, but as long as we get this thing uh out of falling into someone else's hands, the murder should stop. At least this particular case of murders.
Well, I thank you for that, and I'll take you at your word that you silenced the hand, at least, that committed all of these atrocities.
Yeah, the previous owner of it was one Varl Wex. Unfortunately, he died at the hands of to this blade. In fact, it uh, used its influence to betray
I
him,
shan't
basically.
ask you the particulars of what happened to the man.
All right, but yeah,
It
I'm
is enough
gonna. I
to know
guess.
that my flock has been avenged.
So yeah, I think we're just gonna. I'm gonna have to go and see if I can find like a lead box, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, and that'll be what I'm doing for the day. Is I'm gonna ask around for trying to find a lead box.
And I guess before Hedemon leaves, I will ask him, I hope that the Rose of Kintargo will remember these deeds that the rebellion has paid them, and if there are any other avenues that we can join forces, please do not hesitate to call on the Silver Ravens.
He says that the tenets of our faith prevent us from actually joining you, but we will assist any rebellion.
Ah, très bon. That is very good. Uh, is there
I'll do
any
my
way that...
best to help you directly. I can't speak for the rest of my church. And, as a token of my gratitude, I want you to have these. And he does give you a pair of boots that are very finely made. Uh, they are a pair of white boots, and they have like golden, little golden threads interwoven into them. And there's a symbol of a whatchamacallit. There's a symbol of a bird, but it doesn't look like particularly any kind of bird. Just a very generic avian body and wings.
It looks like Priscilla.
Yeah. And he tells you that these are boots that have been magically enchanted by my own hand to allow the wearer to levitate.
Hmm.
Oh, neat.
That's, yeah. Levitating kind of is meh, though.
So yeah, these are boots of levitation. And on
Because
command,
levitating
you
is
can
only
cast
up or
levitate
down.
on yourself.
Yeah, you can't go
There is
forward with
no
levitate.
limit to how much you can do with it.
Unlimited levitate. That's not too bad,
It's
actually.
unlimited levitate, yeah.
Yeah. It's
Nice.
not great for like combat, but these are like really useful for a lot of like
It is if
utility
you're
stuff.
ranged.
That's
Like, you do
fair.
wobble a little bit, but if, say, you're a healer and you want to be out of battle while you're channeling, you can cast that to make yourself go up a little bit. Because that
Yeah, I
was a
suppose. Like if you
tactic that
don't,
I had entertained
yeah,
earlier, like drinking a potion of levitate, going up, and then like
and
spamming
throwing
bombs.
bombs, yeah.
But
We do
uh,
have other items that we looted from the guy, right?
Yeah, they're actually in the party sheet.
oh, neat. I guess we
So
can
try
look
to
through those
identify
today too
those.
and try to sell them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, I will accept. I mean, I will graciously thank Hedemon for this very generous gift, complimenting him on his craft and showing him that I do admire the finer details that went into it.
He said he made them himself,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he made these himself. He
so he
even
might.
enchanted them.
So he's our. He
He does know how to
very.
craft wondrous items.
All right.
Yeah.
So we might
He is
might
at
go to
least a
this
5th
guy.
level caster.
Might
Or
go
he
to this
has
guy
that
if we need.
one feat that lets you do it without being a caster.
But you
Master
do know that he
craftsman.
does serve. He does directly serve his church, so he.
Yeah, he's probably a cleric. Most likely. Or some other
Yeah.
spellcaster.
He has a holy symbol. Just it's hidden.
Yep. All right. So try to identify the other items that we looted.
Sure. Go
Uh,
ahead and roll spellcrafts. I'll even give you the identify bonus because I'm sure you would have identified them.
yeah, I was about to say actually I can cast identify if I need to. So there's only switch it to prepare mode because I have an empty slot for first level. I'll just use that on identify.
Okay. It looks like you guys are gonna get to be able to identify as with all your spellcrafts. There's enough spellcrafters that I can throw brownie points into wherever the highest rolls are.
All right.
Whee!
Oops. Okay, here we go.
Especially with the Mon using identify. He'll
Identify's
probably do it
plus 10,
himself.
right?
Yeah, plus 10.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a very good chance that you'll just get it. Oh yeah, with a plus 23 you'll get all of them.
No, right. Even with that one.
Okay, so you have the Boots of Levitation, and on Varl Wex there were 3 items. His slippers are slippers of spider climbing.
Those are pretty
His
good.
studded leather is plus 1 shadowed studded leather. Size for a medium person.
Hmm.
And he had a plus 1 buckler.
Buckler and Shadow Armor would probably be good for Caleb to help with stealth and with giving him a small shield bonus when he isn't using a two-handed weapon.
I don't know what armor he uses though. I think he uses
Maybe
like
I
medium at
think I
least.
use medium. Yeah, I use chainmail, so I'd be losing some AC, which
It could
isn't
be one of those
high to
things where
begin
you could
with.
use it
But
situationally,
gaining two with the buckler.
like if we're doing something where you know you need to be stealthy, you could be like, I'm using this instead
Um,
tonight.
what part of any of this game makes you think I'm going to use a buckler?
Maybe when
Oh,
you
I'm
can't
talking
use your
I don't
scythe.
know. Everything
I'm
seems so
I'm the
intent on
two-handed
optimizing.
power attacker. That's the build.
Fun fact,
What happens
actually,
if
a lot of
if you lose it?
I've actually seen I've seen several like high level like two weapon fighting builds where they or two-handed weapon fighting builds, I mean, where they do have a buckler
Yeah.
because you don't get the AC bonus, but you only take a -1 to your attack rolls um when you have a buckler in your hand, and then yeah, like if you have a turn where you uh don't attack,
Yeah, then you'll get the AC bonus.
you can just freely take your hand off and get the AC bonus. Yeah.
I see.
It's a way to min-max your AC when you're not attacking.
Yeah, for just a -1 to your attack rolls. And then like you can use it for opportunity other things too. Like when you're moving in and you're gonna incur attack opportunity, it's like, all right, well I'll pull my buckler out. Like it's like bad mobility kind of.
Yeah, I don't
So
know.
yeah, there's some
Does no
utility
one
to
else
it, but
want it?
yeah, it's not something
Nope, I have a
I
big
don't blame you for
shield.
not doing it though.
Like,
Well, not a big
a
shield
cleric
yet, but
not
I
want a
will have a
buckler?
big
That's
shield
really
someday.
good.
I do have a
Very.
buckler. I actually
+1
am
buckler?
rocking a buckler. No, not a +1 buckler right
Yeah,
now.
so you
No.
should take
Okay,
this.
yeah, he could just take it as an upgrade then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even if it's medium size, I still think it won't matter because it doesn't have an armor check penalty.
And Leon didn't want the light armor as an alchemist?
Well,
He's a small.
that's for a medium-sized creature.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dang, if only magic armor resized.
It can be
Yeah,
through
Or
magic.
like a.
Leon
I
doesn't
could
seem
technically wear
concerned
it,
about
but
his AC.
there's a spell failure chance, so I'm not going to.
Hmm.
Even
Yeah, I
Don't
mean,
sell it, or
I guess I'll
give
I'll
it to
take the
one.
armor, and if we are doing a sneaky mission, I'll wear that armor.
Yeah, that's what
Cool.
they're saying. You could totally
Sure.
do
Be
that.
like a ninja.
yeah,
So
I mean,
once
if we
the
need
boots
to
of
sell it
And
for
if we want to
funds, we
sell it, we can sell
can.
it. Yeah, I don't.
But yeah, for now, you might as well, you can just
Give
have
those
it
to
like
Leon.
There you
have
go.
it in your foot locker in the wasp nest.
Yep,
Leon's
okay.
stealthy and roof running capable now.
Give what to me?
Spider
The
climb
boots of Spire or slippers
Oh,
of Spirecon.
yeah. I mean, that's awesome because that pretty much that's basically like what my archetypes, one of the capstone mutagens that he can get is. So I mean, this is great. Yeah,
Did
he'll happily
Amon
take
want
these.
the levitation then?
I don't know. I
You
mean,
could probably
anybody could
you
take
probably
those.
just sell those, even
What?
though they were a gift.
Well, does any okay? Like, I don't really see us like
Who would
having
we
to
sell him
jump or
to? We take him to
climb over
Hedelmon and be like, "I've
things.
got these boots.
But
Here
if
you
we
go."
ever need to,
He's like, "Hey, these look familiar." Like, no, they're
wait,
not.
what's their value?
You've
Maybe
never
we
seen
can
these
just
before.
hold on to them in case of emergency. Or we
Boots
can.
levitation, they're pretty valuable.
We can also give it to one of our groups as
Yeah.
like a boon.
Yeah.
Possibly. I'll hold on to them for now, but I don't have any boots right now, so they do look very nice too.
I guess you can give it to a bunch of like mages and then have them levitate and then magic missile barrage people from the air. Pew pew pew. I hate that you can't move anywhere. You can only go up and down with levitate. So it's like unless you have something to grab onto and maybe guide yourself somewhere, which
Yeah, if you
you
levitate up to
can
the ceiling, you
do.
can kind
Yeah.
of push yourself along the ceiling.
Yeah.
Well, even if
Or
you
if you're
levitate
very,
yourself just a bit, you can just have somebody push you.
or if you're very gassy.
It's my levitate wheelchair.
Very gassy.
Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah, I mean, there's situations too where it's just nice to be able to like, I don't know,
Yeah.
like you can just like we need to get to that window. I'm like, all right, I'll just levitate up there.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying if we just hold on to them because I don't think they're like
So yeah, I'll wear them for now.
valuable for us.
Okay. Yep. He makes sure that you get it though, so that you know that you are valued.
Yeah.
Boots of levitation.
So it sounds like if you guys are keeping the dagger for now, someone's got to take it, and it's in the party sheet.
Yep, like I said, I'm gonna go get a lead box,
You
and
might have to get one
hopefully,
made. I don't know if they have those kind of things ready. Maybe. I don't know. It's a big
I
town.
guess we'll find
if
out.
we don't, if I
Yeah.
don't find one, I'll find a craftsman to make one for me. But
Give him the
One that you
yeah, I
could
don't
put a
dimensions.
know.
kukri in?
You want to measure this thing?
Yes,
Yeah.
so it doesn't have to be super big.
You can find a lead box that someone's willing to sell to you that you can fit the kukri in for 5 silver pieces. But if you want something that, like, you want a weapon case for it with lead inside of it, then that will be a custom item.
No
Um,
point. No point in
Does
that.
it need to be customized? Like just a lead
No.
box would be fine. I'm
No,
pretty
Yeah,
I
they could
sure.
give you just a lead box, but if you want
A
something
lead
that
box.
was meant to, that is meant to hold the weapon in it, like, they assume that you want this as a display case.
No, we don't want to honor this weapon. Just give
No,
us
I
the
don't even tell them
box.
what I want. I
No.
just say I need a. I just tell them I need a lead box.
Yeah.
Okay,
That
then you
could be
can buy a
locked.
lead box for 5 silver.
Yeah, like I need a lead box to hold some radioactive material from Hanford. So,
Sure.
all right, so I'll buy that for 5 silver pieces. I'll get back, cast protection from evil on myself. And I'll say, say goodbye, say goodnight, Balgoreth, and put him in the lead box.
Okay.
And then close that thing up, and yeah, then we're gonna just find somewhere to store it, hopefully, for now.
Mm-hmm.
Probably in, I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to put it in the wasp nest or I just want to like keep it at my apartment. Probably the wasp nest, but problem there is there's like a lot of other people that could like stumble onto it or something, or might try to find a way to influence, even though it
Well,
shouldn't have a.
we could always put it like farther down the tunnel.
That's true.
You put it farther down the tunnel so it's away from people, and then, like I said,
Yeah.
don't shape it into a wall.
Do you have some
We
like
could.
regular all protection from evils prepared by chance?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so I'll have you come with me. And I have it in the box. And yeah, we're gonna go find a place to store it that's like down like we'll take the little raft and find us a place to store it like down in the like down the tunnels. I think that's the best place to put it because it's gonna be like you have to actually actively go to it. It's gonna be far away from anybody. So I guess the question is, does anything happen while I'm carrying it in the lead box, like once my protection
No?
from evil expires? Okay. So we store it there and leave it as a problem for another time.
We'll
Is it
hide
just
it
a
too.
box
Like,
somewhere?
no,
It's a
uh,
it's a lead box, yeah.
lead box. Is there any we could put it in like a chest or something as well, and then
I
lock
got
it?
like a padlock. Yeah, well, I guess I'll buy a lock as well, like a really good lock, to lock it up as well. But I can actually look up the price of a good lock.
Castle Stone Shape's the third level spell, so I've used up my 2 slots.
So I want to get like I'll spend like 80 gold for a good quality rivet switch lock, DC 30 for someone to. I have arcane lock as well, actually. I don't have repaired today. I don't have any slots open at the moment. So I'll put a lock on it, and then I'll plan to come back and cast arcane lock on it as well.
Okay.
Can arcane mark be put on something like that?
Yeah, probably. Maybe.
Probably.
Well, I guess
I mean, it might have a
you
save.
have that called that thing where it could be called to you. So even if someone did end up finding
I
this,
do. I don't think it would work through the lead right now, actually. And that only lasts for hours anyway. But
Yeah.
We can always do locate objects well if we lose it, right? Because we know where.
Yeah, that's true.
Well.
Yeah.
well, if it's in the box, we couldn't
Oh.
Yeah,
really,
but
right? But we could for the lead box itself, I believe. So
Well, if the
which is
box
funny.
goes missing, it's possible it's out of the box by that point. Maybe I don't know.
correct, yeah. Anyway, yeah.
I'll
So
just
I'll spend the 80 gold to buy a lock to put on this thing, and then
And
probably a
then
plan.
this tunnel, like where we're going down in the tunnels, it's like there's regular dirt, right? Like you could dig a hole if you needed to.
A tunnel?
No, no, no,
I mean,
like
it's mostly
we're
water.
we're going down the tunnel,
Under the coffee
but there's that one.
house where the waterway is. Is that what you guys are talking
Yeah,
about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no
yeah.
dirt. It's all stone.
Oh, it is all stone. Okay.
could
All right.
probably
Well,
just throw like a rag over it somewhere, like in that sewer entrance area, and I doubt nobody would
yeah.
think to.
Can you just stone shape
Well, there's
it
also
into like the wall
I don't have
somewhere?
stone shape prepared.
Oh,
That's why
I
okay.
I'm
don't think
kind
we
of.
have stone shape.
I want
Put
to
it
do.
into
That'll be
stake,
his.
probably.
That'll be his first thing that he does the next day. Is goes down there and stone shapes it into a
Well,
wall.
why don't
But
we just keep
I
it
don't have
till then?
to keep on this until then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd hate for like
I guess that
some
works.
random something to just like I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we'll keep it on. Barry will keep it on person
Yeah, if
if
we're
Okay,
Lon
capable
well,
of
doesn't want
doing
we'll
to.
put the
that,
lock.
yeah.
That's fine. I'll put the lock on it, but I'm not going to give you a key for the lock.
That
Haha!
works.
Take the box away from him
Hey,
then, so that the
that
yeah.
yep, that's smart.
So, yep, you have the box with the dagger in it, and I have the key for the box.
And you swallow the key.
Uh,
I don't do that.
he sells it on the black market.
So it's a lock for the lead box.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
I spent 80 gold on getting a good lock DC 80. Finest rivet switch lock available at in Cantargo. Imported straight from Magnamar.
They
Man, this
had
thing is
one
gonna
in
be like.
stock. It never sells.
This thing's gonna be locked up tighter than like most like rich people's safes. Like it's inside a lead-lined box that is gonna be arcane locked and regular locked, and then it's gonna be like stone shaped into the ground.
Well, I think if you cast Arcane Lock on a regular lock, it just makes the DC harder. Like
Yeah.
it increases the DC. So.
But yeah, I just thought it was funny. All right.
Arcane
Well
Lock.
then, while we're waiting for basically the next day, so that Barry can get his stone shape up, uh, what are our plans for the day? We have successfully stopped the murderous spree of the knife. Do you think a little celebration is in order, or shall we patrol the city?
I kind of like the idea of like I don't know a celebration, honestly, but or at least a day of relaxing.
Barry's kind of worn out.
We're planning
He's
to
Party sounds good.
we're planning to go into that the ruins of that old cult or whatever. Like
That's
we're planning
right.
to do that soon anyway, because I think like we're right at the end of the week, so theoretically basically like their scouting and whatnot, the actions we had doing like uh reducing danger and scouting and whatever we were doing there, like that should be concluded and hopefully we'll be ready to actually go in there.
Mhm.
I'll light a cigarette and say, all right, then celebrate. We shall.
All right. Well, while the day goes on, the Fushi sisters do report to you that they've finished their covert operations to spy on that place, and they do have some information to tell you.
Okay. I am
So
listening.
they've figured out what it is that lives down there.
Oh, okay.
There are monsters guarding the whatchamacallit, the room directly below the uh, the uh, the trap door in the ruins. And there's three of them.
But it's through what now?
They don't know what they are,
Monsters.
but what they look
Oh.
like, they're these. They have like very stumpy legs, and they have giant maws, and they have tentacles.
Oh.
Oh no! Could it be the children of Les Terribles Enfants?
Oh.
The children of that sewer sage?
There was three of them.
Yeah.
We
Show us where.
They tell you that they're directly under the trapdoor that leads into the ruins of the Lucky Bones.
Um.
That they seem to be guarding that area because there is a door, in another door in that room that they haven't been able to venture past. But they also have some other information too. That
Oh.
they have seen some people going in and out of that place at late hours of the day or the night.
Where they're
And the
guarding?
Fushi sisters suspect that there is a cult,
Oh. Oh.
and
ah
that these monsters seem to be like guards for them, basically.
we know exactly what cults they might be. The
Yeah.
cult are the same ones that they swayed those poor children.
Yes. So we need convincing powers to sway them to our side.
I say there's no more convincing power than a disappointed and angry parent.
You think we should tell her where they are?
Oui, mon capitaine, I believe that is exactly what we should do.
Ah.
Korva Fushi finishes her report to you saying, "A dozen strong this cult is, though half are spread throughout the city at any given point in the day."
Hmm.
Hmm. Do we want to try to infiltrate while they do not have that many, or do we want to try to lose them all and snatch them up in one fell swoop?
Hmm.
Because just like weeds, unless you pull them all up, they always find a way to come back.
Sometimes even then.
We
Hmm.
maybe perhaps they might have some sort of record there as to the identity of the cultists, or if we manage to capture some alive, we could interrogate them, perhaps getting
Yeah.
uh, Le Châteaucoeur
I think we're
here
just gonna have to
to.
hope that we can get more information about like
Ah,
specifics when we're there.
oui, if the Fushi sisters could observe the comings and goings of the cultists, they could identify perhaps all the cultist members.
They said that
Yeah.
they've seen plenty of them. that's why they're confident there's at least a dozen members of this
Right.
cult.
I mean, they've seen them already. They just don't know. It's not like they know their identities. Like they'd probably recognize them potentially, though.
They say that they do all have one thing in common. They all seem to be human women.
Hmm. Ah,
And
temptresses.
not old either, like maidens.
Hmm.
Well, judging by the description of their deity, it makes sense. They are all. Ah, they disgust me, these influencers.
Hmm.
All right, what do you guys do?
We go find Mama Monster. No. I don't know. You guys want to capture one? We gotta scout and watch.
Yep.
Like a stakeout.
This is still the
That's
same
fair.
day
Yeah.
that we got the lead box and all that, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we can take the box with us. I don't know.
Right. I think that's what Barry's doing. I think Barry's
Yeah,
just
just
holding
leave it in
on to
your
the
Yeah.
box.
bag. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perhaps we mix empties enough, and maybe they'll do away with each other.
Nope.
Ah, just food for thought. I'll light a cigarette. Was the deity described to us by the sewer sage Mahatmala?
They spoke to you of the deity by name, Mahatala.
Mahatala. All right.
It is a new day. You guys could try to. I mean, did you guys get the information on her? I think you did.
Get the
Yeah,
information
she's
on.
a servant of Asmodeus
Got.
or
Yeah.
Yeah. I wrote down some info on that in the session 23, the sewer sage's lament.
Yeah, she's essentially a devil.
Yeah. The we could celebrate, take a siesta in the afternoon, and then have a stakeout if we feel like that is necessary.
Barry's good with that.
Does that mean we're eating steak?
If you are buying, but of course, charcuterie.
I think that sounds fine. I don't really have. I used a lot of my spells just already, but
Yeah,
still
I
have some
kind of
uses.
I've
figured that
not
way.
used any of my spells.
Yeah, I think just doing a stakeout sounds fine. Like trying to capture one of these people and get some information. I like that idea.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe we could, perhaps we could, if they are using the sewer or anywhere near the Lucky Bones, perhaps we could get the sewer sage to as an extra pair of eyes, since she seems to have many to spare.
Secret, did you ask me or something?
What? I didn't ask what?
I thought somebody said my name.
No.
No.
Okay, so then you guys are resting the rest of the day?
I think so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna push the clock forward. Um, I assume that you guys will probably talk to other members of your rebellion, your other allies, and
Yeah,
keep in
definitely to at
touch with them and
least.
contact with them. But unless there's anything specific you guys want to do, then I'm going to push the clock to the next day.
I think we were
Yeah.
gonna give those levitating boots to maybe one of our groups.
I was holding on to them.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Never mind. Then
Yeah, being able to levitate and cast spells from on high.
Yep, it's the beginning of the new week.
Uh, as far as talking to our peeps go, I will ask them to spread the word that the slasher has been put down by the rebellion and people can sleep easy again.
Well, easier at least.
Yeah, easier. Yeah. Basically making sure that we give credit to ourselves and that people's opinion of us continues to grow.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, that's the only reason we did it. People would think highly of us.
Yeah, exactly.
Not
That's how
stopping an
much I care.
evil dagger of death. That's just a bonus.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
While we hang out, like as a party trick, I'll use my slippers to drink a tankard of ale upside down.
oh jeez.
Okay. Then it's the next whatchamacallit.
Oh, the
It's
next
it's the
day.
day,
Day.
the beginning of the week.
Bum bum. All right.
But we didn't do
Let's
the
see.
stakeout?
Were you guys gonna do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Well, we
that
were
was the
going
plan
to,
for
but
that
then
evening.
I wasn't sure if we were waiting a whole day to do it, because it was.
So who is taking part in this?
I would
I'll
be
do
for
it.
sure.
Stakeout?
I
And
think
you
I,
guys are staking out near the ruins of the Lucky Bones?
Right.
yeah, we were trying to catch one of these cultists.
Okay.
But not close enough to the monsters?
You'd have to go down into it in order to encounter
Yeah,
them.
we were gonna stay outside of them.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright then. So it's everybody then. Everybody's out here.
Yep.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm just asking.
Yeah, I
Yes.
believe so.
Yeah, no reason to be split up.
Okay, then I'm assuming you guys are gonna probably do maybe like
Couple different
3 watches
shifts.
worth, 4 hours each.
Sounds good.
Yep, that works.
Yeah, we can do that. Guess. Do you want us to roll watches or you'll.
I am currently rolling something.
Okay.
That's why I gotta pull up the rebellion sheet and check what your notoriety score is right now,
See what
because
the
that can
heat.
influence things.
I brought my cardboard box to hide under.
Hmm, interesting.
Be right back.
Okay. Yeah, excuse me. I just need to make sure I got this correctly.
No worries.
It's actually a pretty useful level 1 spell that I haven't even thought of using.
Which one?
Ears of the City. Heroes of the
Sounds like it could be
Streets.
useful.
Yeah, the target of the spell here sees and hears a stream of past scenes and pieces of conversations related to the local people and events. The flashes are so brief that it is impossible to identify the people or places, but when the target concentrates on a particular topic or individual, she can piece together a coherent narrative told in a multitude of changing voices in her mind. Each round for the duration of the spell, target can attempt a diplomacy check to gather information as though she had spent 1d4 hours talking to local people. Since the information gathered doesn't involve actual
I'm back.
interaction, yeah, it's basically a quick or a spell to quicken like the time it takes to gather information. You're doing it in rounds instead of hours.
What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
The spell Ears of the City.
Ah, okay, yeah. It's a cool spell.
Yep.
Okay. So something you guys do see something, or there's something happens to you.
Okay.
So while you guys are staked out here, you guys don't notice them until they come to you, as they are very small and good at staying hidden. A small, well, not small group, but a group of gremlins approach you.
Oh no. Approach who?
And you recognize the kind of gremlin too, 'cause you've seen them before.
Yeah.
You recognize them as grimples, the kind that you found over um God, what was the place called? Uh,
The Lucky Strikes mill? I forget
Over in
exactly.
the mill, yeah. Yep. 6 of them approach you guys, but these guys have like they're dressed.
Like they're going to a party or something.
They're not fine clothes tailored to fit them, but they are dressed in like nice little like torn silk. And they have like little face coverings as well too.
They're
Okay.
trying to prevent
And
COVID.
they approach your group and speak to you in in common.
Oh.
And
Okay.
they ask you, What are rich overdwellers like yourself doing out here at night?
Hey, who you calling rich?
You, of course. What fine fineries you are dressed in.
I don't think it's that fine, but
Oh, but it is, and it is valuable.
I don't have any sense motive, but can I try to roll it to see if they're like leading up to wanting to jump us for our valuables?
They don't seem outwardly hostile at the moment.
I mean, these things are tiny. Like, you can
They
step
are
on them.
tiny, they're very small.
I don't feel like.
But they do
fat
carry
shaming
themselves
either.
very differently than the other Grimples you found.
Yeah, they're just out for an evening stroll. Some of us have weird
They,
hobbies.
well, they ask you, if you would be willing to part with any of your fine fineries.
hmm. What kind of money are we talking here?
Yeah, I assume you want to pay for some of these things.
We can trade,
Do you
but it is
have?
not for us that we trade. It is for the
Well,
Queen,
who's it for?
The Queen,
the
the
Grey
Queen of the
Queen.
Grimples, the Gray Queen. Do I recognize the Gray Queen? Is that like a deity or something?
You do not.
Okay.
Any knowledge local?
Nope.
Hmm.
Um, no, you have a magic dagger you can have, or magic kukri.
I was gonna
That's one way
say
to take care.
we have a magic whip that we could trade.
They say that they're interested in your fine fineries adorning your bodies. These colorful clothes and accessories you have.
They must be talking about what Freedom's wearing because I don't think I'm wearing
Yeah,
colorful
I'm wearing
He is
stuff.
very
chainmail, so
fashionable,
it's
yes.
definitely not me.
Unless they're talking about my
Done.
boots, which are very, very fabulous.
That circlet you have, Freedom, they are particularly interested in that.
Oh.
Tell you what, little messieurs, we are quite attached to these clothes, but perhaps we could establish some sort of trade agreement where we get clothes that we are willing to trade for perhaps some things that you are willing to trade, be it information or valuables.
Favor within the Grey Queen's court is more valuable than anything else we could trade you.
But of course, it would be an honor to have favor with your monarch.
She is generous for those who despoil her in fine things.
Well, I happen to have a connection with the person who makes the finest finery in town. He made these boots, uh, and I'll gesture to Amon's boots, which is he wearing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm
and
wearing the
I'll
boots.
wax eloquent about his boots, telling them to take note of the fine stitching and detailed filigree.
They agree that the boots do look nice, but the boots are not something that the Grey Queen would be interested in. That she wants thread and uh, fabric.
But of course, I can.
Or if you are willing to donate some scrumptious food.
Hmm. I'll take a look in my pack real quick
Or
just to
not
see if I
offer,
got
or not
anything.
donate, just offer. Offer her an
Yeah, I don't know what
appeasement
they're
of
talking
something
about
delicious.
because I'm wearing like farmer clothes and chain mail armor, so I
Well,
don't think they could possibly be.
They still like your
well,
clothes.
They
yeah.
like my
Judging
farmer clothes that are all dirty and what?
They smell
compared to what they're
earthy,
wearing.
and they would
Leon has an
smell.
idea.
They would
Given
smell
that
good.
they've been so complimentary of even what we consider to be like lesser items, I'll take out one thing of trail rations and say, here is a part of my daily buffet. It is some of the finest foods that you can find, and I'll kind of lay it out, describing to them, how tasty it is and how
Mm.
filling. Because thinking that they might treat, these humble trail rations the same way they treat our clothes.
They say that they'll take it. It's not the finest that they've seen, but nothing is wasted.
Mm-hmm.
Their queen is ravenous.
Uh, I'll ask them tomorrow. I will come back with more finery silks that are whole and soft as a baby's flesh. Uh, will you be here to accept?
Here? No, there's no guarantee. We search far and wide for gifts to give our queen.
But my friends, you would probably be remiss to not come back here, for I will come back with a hoard of treasure for you. If not here, then I will do my best to gain favor with your queen and treat our emissaries with respect. Where would you like to meet?
They said that she'll meet you here if you give her a reason to come and meet with you. As soon as possible, in fact, before the night is over.
Ooh.
Hmm.
It's a date. Or is it a date?
And they point towards Freedom's circlet. Like, if you give her that, she will come rushing.
Hmm. And Freedom Circlet is that like a headband of wisdom or something?
I don't think he actually has a headband. I just see, like, in his
It's
portrait, he has this circlet.
it's like a it's like
Hmm.
a shh, don't tell anybody. It's just a cheap silver bedazzled headband.
Yeah, but they
Right.
find
I
it
found
very
it on
fancy.
eBay for like $13.
I ordered it on Etsy for like $2.
This
They
is like
say
the
that their
the LARPing
queen would
character.
look vainglorious in such a circlet.
I'll just look to Freedom, but I'll leave it up to him to respond because I don't want to pawn off other people's items.
um
That's a different character.
well, if you promise us right away, then yes.
Yes, yes.
But right away first, then I give you headband.
Hmm. Give me a diplomacy.
Ew.
Ooh, nice. 30.
I'll
Okay.
even take it off, and now my hair's all messed up. Dang it. I start fixing my hair. But I hold on to it.
They say that they will leave one of us. One of the six will stay here, and they ask to hold and appraise the thing while the others go and fetch the queen.
Um, can these things teleport? Freedom's
I
like
don't think so.
stretching.
Or go
He's like,
invisible?
can these guys teleport?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you're not aware of an ability to teleport. You know that they can perform low-level magic, though.
Okay. Okay, I trust you.
Okay. One of them, I guess the one that was talking to you, accepts the circlet,
Okay.
and they begin casting like prestidigitation on it to like slightly change its like appearance and color.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And they go through like lots of different like experimental looks to to give it, while the others like rush off.
Alright.
And you wait there for like 10 minutes, and then the other five Grimples come back, and they say to prostrate yourselves. The queen is coming.
Leon will do so, giving the most like courtly bow he knows.
Yeah, I'll humor them and do kind of like a little bow.
He's very amused by this.
I'll kind of do more like a kneel, like not all the way, but
Barry will
Okay.
tilt his head forward a little bit, but not. He's got other shit on his mind.
This is a welcome distraction from the monotony for Leon.
You guys see something then coming towards you, and it's definitely not a Grimple. In fact, it's not even a single creature.
Oh dear.
You see what looks to be a tangle of a large number of rats.
Oh lord.
And they don't scurry like how rats would move on four legs. It seems like they're all joined at the tail, and this amalgam moves with an intelligence.
Mm, that's
It
disturbing.
writhes closer, and eventually the mass of rats kind of lifts one of them up, while the others form like a throne for it.
we needed to
Okay.
get that freaking flute from the imp. But alright, yeah.
And it makes
That's
some
fine.
squeaking sounds.
Hmm.
And one of the Grimples translates that
Okay.
this is the Grey Queen, and she thanks you for your gift. And the one that has it, like, hands it back to you and gestures for you to move forward. And all of the Grimples, like, they prostrate themselves in front of the Grey Queen.
I think you should give it to him.
And this creature, the way it is massed, it is about as big as Leon and Barry.
Okay.
Yep. Well, he already has it. He's been prestidigitating it.
Yeah, he gives it back to you so that you can present it.
Oh, then I present it to her.
Okay. Um, the rat, um, the rat amalgam reaches for it and takes it,
Mm.
and it places it upon like its mass, and you can hear excited chirping, and all of the Grimples they clap for her, and they say that she is pleased and that she will offer you a favor, a anything that if you need knowledge about things that go on within the underbelly of this city, as long as it's tangential to her realm, you may ask her
Mm,
of something right now.
okay. I ask her, do you know what that creature that we encountered is? And like I kind of describe like that weird like it had like a growl or something or that it was,
Red-eyed
right?
creature in the
The
Yeah.
red-eyed
sewers.
creature, yeah, that we saw in the sewers. Do you have any news of it or have you encountered it yourself?
The Grey Queen begins giving a long moment of squeaking and chittering, and the Grimples begin translating for you. And they tell you that there is an outsider within the sewers.
Okay.
Like a devil, perhaps?
No, it is not a what you call a devil.
Hmm.
It is not native to the sewers. In fact, it belongs up there with you overdwellers.
Hmm.
Oh, so not an outsider in the academic sense of the word.
It too is a beast, but it is far more intelligent than others of its kind.
Hmm.
It moves with purpose, and the Grey Queen has spoken with it on a couple occasions, although we haven't seen it
He
for a
was
while
at my
now.
last barbecue. He's a very polite guest.
Maybe.
And she tells you that the creature is looking for somebody, looking for one of you overdwellers. It seems that it has a master.
Hmm.
Huh.
And they describe who it's looking for as someone who, one of you humanoids, apparently female, fair, and talented with music, and you swear that they are describing uh, the same person that you're looking for, Freedom.
Hmm. Okay.
The diva. Yeah.
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 Um. Why are you looking for her again?
Okay, so well, they don't know. Like this is indirectly.
They're saying the creature, that red-eyed
The
creature, is
Oh,
looking
creature,
okay.
that
for the
red-eyed
Creature
diva.
creature that we
is looking.
encountered in the sewers is looking for her for some reason.
Hmm.
So does the creature think that she's in the sewers then? That's interesting. Is there anything maybe we can have if the Grey Queen encounters this creature again, maybe she can pass a message on for us to it. Like we're looking for that for I think we might be looking for or Frida might be looking for the same person.
It might not be looking for it for the same reason, though. It might be looking for it
That's
for
true. It might be
it's.
wanting to kill her or something.
Yeah.
Perhaps we can ask why its master or who its master is. Why does he want to look for Shinsen?
I don't think that it
That's her
has a
name, yeah.
master.
The Great Queen communicates through the Grimples that she believes that the person it is looking for is its master.
Oh,
Huh.
Okay, so
weird.
Is there any way
oh,
that you can tell uh, that creature that we are looking for Shinsen, and we are friends, even fans in some cases of air. That way, should we encounter them in the sewer, they won't try to eat us.
If you just happen to run into her again, like we'd really appreciate it.
Yeah.
But of course,
So
The
more
Great
intelligent
Queen
creature.
is not a medium for you overdwellers to communicate with each other.
Right. That's why I'm just
we
saying if you happen to run into her, I'm not asking you to like look for her and make it like a
oh,
task. As a
not even
favor,
to
if you see her, just let her know that we're looking for
y-
Shenson as well.
yes, we are not wanting you to uh, return a message.
I'll be
We
right
are,
back.
as, yeah. I guess I don't have anything else to add.
I meant no
Mom covered
offense
it.
if that came across if it came across as uh like we were trying to make you into a servant or messenger for us. That wasn't my intention.
One favor has been paid for one gift,
Okay.
All right, that's fair.
and the Grey
Hmm.
Queen thanks you.
I'll give a parting bow
I think
as it leaves.
if we happen to run into it, the fact that we know to mention Shenson might be enough anyway. Actually, that's actually pretty big for us.
We hopefully it
The Grimples and
speaks our language.
the Grey Queen do depart,
Okay.
and the
Cool.
Grimples are particularly thankful now that you've given them more favor with this creature. But yeah, this quote unquote rat queen returns to the sewers.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's funny. This is I actually rolled really high on the random encounters thing, and this is one of the encounters that you can only get when you have enough notoriety to push it past 100.
Huh.
Oh. Oh.
Interesting.
This creature itself is quite dangerous.
Yeah, I figured that this must be a high percentage thing because that was a pretty critical piece of information there. It's like, oh, we basically may have just
Yeah.
avoided a
You
high
guys
CR
hit
fight.
this. You guys hit this on. It was the total was 103 because I have to increase your
Huh.
random encounter um number by a certain amount due to your notoriety. So it's possible to hit things that are past 100
Hmm.
because they have to account for if you guys are really doing a lot of stuff that Thrun doesn't like, then there's a likelihood of you encountering things that are very strong that will try to stop you. Or interesting things like this.
Yeah, that was really interesting.
Alright, well, there's
Okay.
still 4 more hours left in your stakeout, so I'll go ahead and roll for that. Alright, unfortunately nothing else happens. You guys don't see anybody. And it is
Okay.
coming to the next day.
Hmm.
All right.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll just raid the place tomorrow or something, or like tonight rather.
Yeah, that sounds like an idea. I think during the daytime we can try to find the sewer sage and inform them as to our plan. That way we can get that first obstacle out of the way.
Maybe for a little bit, but before that, I'm gonna go sleep because I've been up all night.
Hmm.
Same.
Oh, all right.
Sure, you guys can rest
I
for
don't have.
8 hours.
I'm out of Monster Energy drink. I can't stay any later.
Yeah.
My doctor told me if I drink any more of it, it'll be bad for my heart. So
Oh, yeah, you don't want that.
Drinking any Monster Energy is bad for your heart.
it definitely is. I think it's
I mean,
also bad for
doctors
my
are in
digestion system.
precious few supply here in Kintargo.
There's not very many doctors in Cantargo.
Actual doctors, not when the Church of Asmodeus, tells anyone that any ailment they have could be cured by devotion to Asmodeus.
Uh,
Oh, yeah, that's fair. I mean, they're not entirely wrong either, to be fair.
Yeah, yeah.
In the world of Galarian, they're not entirely wrong.
Practical doctors are very valuable, but not as appreciated.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we're planning to actually go into the dungeon. I don't know if we're actually doing that today, like in terms of like today's session, but we're doing
It's up
that
to you guys,
today
I
in
guess.
game, I think. We might get started on it. I don't know. It's only 9 o'clock. It's not even 9 o'clock yet, actually.
Yeah, we got time.
Yeah.
I'm sure some of you guys are
See,
itching for combat.
Uh, yeah,
I'm not,
I'll
but
rest.
combat is a
Okay.
chance to die, and that is
it's
scary.
kind of true.
But yeah, I wanna rest. I'll prepare some more combat-y type spells though.
Hold on, I'm gonna
With
push this
a
ahead 8 hours.
yeah, with one spell of stone shape, would I be able to put the box in the wall and close it, or would I have to have like two separate stone shapes?
It would require 2.
You might be able to do
Is
with
that
one if you found
something?
a little like nook to put it in, and then just stone shape
I
it
mean, if you
closed into
had
that.
something like a brick or like another piece of stone, you could stone shape, a thing in the wall with a hole that fits it, and then put it in. But as long as you have that other thing.
I kind of like Ludo's plan. If I could find like any nook where it could like already rest in, and then I just stone shape. I guess I could
Yeah,
just do that. I could put it like next to the wall, and then stone shape the like ground
you
over it.
could. If you want to do that, you can do
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I'll do that. I'll do something like that where I just basically just put it like in a nook and then stone shape it
That's the other
closed.
question. Yeah, do you want to do that right now if we're planning to go into a dungeon, or are you gonna maybe wait to do that
Yeah,
afterwards?
I'll wait for the next day, I guess, or
All right.
whenever we're done with that. But
Yeah.
I also don't want to hold this dagger in my person.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing too. It means we're going in the dungeon. You're holding this dagger, like
The,
something weird could happen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure I bring at least one protection from evil.
I have
I mean,
one too.
it's a decent spell to have prepared anyway, so I don't feel too bad about keeping that on hand.
Yeah.
So keep at least one of those. I don't think I need identified prepared. I might leave a slot open in case I do need it. So yeah, True Strike and Shield are probably good options. Maybe.
Okay.
I'm not sure if Sleep's worth preparing at this point. Like we're kind of getting to the point where Sleep's gonna just not do anything.
Maybe. Yeah.
I
right.
think it
Yeah.
still works okay on some mooks right now, but like yeah, we're gonna get to the
We,
point where it doesn't even work on those. But I think
well,
we're
as
still
far
at the
as
point
we
where it can be
know,
useful.
yeah. As far as we know, we are going into a den of cultists, and from what was described, they were all human females. So it could potentially knock one of them out of a fight.
Right, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, that's what the last time I used sleep, it only was able to affect one person, but that like a lot of times that's all you need, and that's not too bad for a level 1 spell. Um, so I think I will take that. I don't need apport object prepared today or share memory.
Did we happen to get any just straight up gold from uh Wex?
No, not that I recall.
Okay. I was just wondering if there is any sort of like gold, just so I could buy like one thing, because I wanted to get uh just one item that was like worth like 2 gold, but I'm like starved for cash.
Oh,
How much
I
do you need?
Let me check real quick. Just 1 gold piece.
Oh, well, easy. Here you go.
All right, then I will buy something, and when I come back, whenever we join together, I'm going to hand Caleb a sap.
Ooh.
Who's taking this buckler and the slippers?
I'm taking the buckler. Oh yeah, I'll pull it
Okay,
onto my
And,
sheet.
and I have
sure.
the slippers of spider climb. I forgot that I had to take it off the party sheet. I just added it to my inventory, but I will click and
Okay.
drag.
All right. Well, then the time is 4 o'clock in the early evening. You guys are going to the Lucky Bones.
Mm-hmm.
Did you really buy a sap? I didn't realize I was muted, but I said I don't take it.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, if you don't want to take it, Leon shrugs and doesn't give it to you.
Dang.
Yeah. Caleb like just walks away, just like shaking his head, like what? You can't kill anyone with that thing.
That is the point, Shakatur.
What is this? A weapon for ants?
A weapon for babies for
Dang.
Babies
training.
exercise a little more self-control, but if you want to make a point, go ahead, don't take it.
Nah.
So, speaking of babies, I believe we are trying to rescue some. Freedom, did you happen to find out where we could find the sewer sage? I recall you saying they waxed eloquent about where they could be found.
Huh? I didn't get any info about that.
Well, I seem to recall the creatures saying like, wherever there is flotsam or jetsam and like the sewer intertwining or something, you'll
Oh,
find me
yeah,
there,
Freedom's still
etc.,
confused about
etc.
that. He don't know what that means, probably. What does it
All
mean?
right. I presume it means the sewer entrance to the ocean.
Wherever there be
And
floods and jets, I be there.
exactly. So
I'm
I
like,
guess
all right.
Mm-hmm.
since we have the map for the sewer, can I find such an entrance, like where the sewer and the ocean might meet?
Yeah.
All right. Then, like, if anybody wants to go with me, I'm gonna. How's that, Micah?
Yeah.
All right. Welcome back. All right.
Yeah, my
If
connection was bad.
anybody wishes to accompany me, I'm going to try to find the sewer sage. Judging by
All
this map, I
right.
have a couple of areas I think they might be.
Sure. Yeah.
Let's try to find the sewer sage before we go assault the dungeon.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's where I'll go. I'll be keeping my peepers open.
All right. You guys
I'll be
go. You guys kind of go through the sewers.
and I'll be calling into the tunnel, trying to elicit some sort of response, waiting a while, seeing if they show up before moving on to the next one.
Well, you get something's attention as you're doing that.
Okay.
Along the way, you are accosted by a giant leech that
Oh.
leaps from out of the sewer water
Ew.
at you, but Freedom defends you,
Ha!
and you guys deal with the creature very easily.
Oh, you know what? I
Alright.
thought we were gonna roll initiative for a second there.
For a leech?
For a giant leech, I don't.
Maybe
Probably
there is a
not.
bunch, but.
It's not significant
Oh
enough.
man, a swarm of giant leeches would be pretty nuts.
It's just a CR2 creature. But I'll say that you guys find a part of the sewer that, yeah, like is nearby one of the exits or entrances to the bay.
Okay.
And there's lots of yeah, flotsam and jetsam over here, like a nest that has been created out of all of the things that wash up from the bay, and a mound of seaweed like lifts itself up, and some eye stalks sprout from it as it initially gives you a warning growl.
I'd kind of hide behind Freedom, just taking one small step behind them,
Sure, get behind me.
and
Okay.
I'll.
Not a problem. I will defend you.
It, is that this your sage? I'm hoping.
Hmm? You're quiet for me, I'm sorry.
I think I might have knocked my mic back down.
Hmm.
Leon asks Freedom, "Is that the sewer sage?" I hope so.
I have no idea. Should I ask it?
Oui, you have a repartee with it?
Maybe.
Be ye friend of the sea, speak their name.
I am Freedom. Are you the sewer sage?
It waits.
Did did you not hear me?
It gave you a password.
Oh.
You
What
gotta
was
say the
password?
password. I don't know. I just think it
Let me check
it
my
must have given
notes.
you one.
I say whatever the password was. I don't recall hearing that.
They say what they said was, be ye friend of the sea, speak their name."
Yeah.
Give me a knowledge religion.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, that from the sea. Oh, well, Freedom don't get riddles, so until somebody, like, clues him in, it might take him a minute to figure it out.
uh, I'll say Gazray to Freedom
Yeah,
under my
even
breath.
a DC 10 will do it. Yeah, you
Okay.
know that Gazre is the god of the sea.
Ah, yes, yes. Gosray, Gosray.
It it takes off like little bits of the seaweed that mostly cover its face. It mostly parts it, kind of like its hair for it, and it says, "You return, friends from the surface."
We do.
I'll give it a little bow, tip my beret, and introduce myself,
To what
saying,
honor do I is this visit you pay me?
My compatriots and I, we have discovered the location of your misguided children who have been swayed by this evil cult.
Yes, that is good news. What else?
Their location is the ruins of the Lucky Bones gambling house.
I do not know these overdweller words.
Ah, uh, I do have a map here. I could perhaps show it to you the way.
Yeah, so you can just tell them that, yeah, we're going there tonight. You want to come with?
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
We are going there tonight. Do you want to come with?
I must bring them back into the fold as soon as
But
possible.
we are hoping that perhaps if you are able to exercise some patience, that way they are not alerted to the absence of their guards, which would allow us to sneak in there and give retribution for them turning their minds from Gosri. Basically, he's asking them if they would be able to wait until we assault the dungeon at night before retrieving their children.
Give me diplomacy.
All right, thing I'm best at. The one character who loves to talk the most but has the least amount of diplomacy.
Eh,
Hey.
I'm a little tired today, so.
Oh, no, I'm not. Wasn't saying anything about you or
Oh, I
anybody
know
else who has more
that.
diplomacy.
I'm aware. I know.
Very
I'm not
well.
there, otherwise I'd do it.
We will wait. But we can wait no longer than tonight.
But of
Every
course,
minute
Should be fine.
they spend within the clutches of this cult, they stray further from the blessings of the deep.
I'd nod, agreeing with them, but not knowing what else to say along those lines. But if it's possible to coordinate with them so that we aren't there waiting a long time, waiting for them to show up. Like if we are able to say, 10 p.m. or when the moon reaches this part of the sky.
You can give the sewer sage very specific directions where to meet you, and they say that they will.
Oh, nice.
Okay, we'll do so. Try to find like is there like a sewer entrance or somewhere that's near where the
Not
destruction of the Lucky
particularly near
Bones?
it, but it knows where to go to get there.
Gotcha.
It'll go to wherever the nearest one is, and then make its way over.
Okay, then yeah, we'll coordinate with the sewer sage then, so that we are basically assaulting the dungeon just a little bit before curfew when night has fallen. But we won't be like accosted for being out on the streets. If everyone's cool with that, if people think that we should, attack it sooner, that way we can retreat back to home base in case we want to go back like twice, if that's something that we want to do.
No, I think it's fine.
All right, commit to one fell swoop. Gotcha. All right, then yeah, I guess we'll ask it to meet us at like 8 o'clock at the nearest sewer entrance, and then we'll coordinate from there.
Um, the sewer sage does ask you of a favor, and this will hopefully help us convince them to come back. Is uh, if you could find a a good meal to offer them.
Oh, what do they like to eat?
What do they like to eat? Well,
Yeah, gross.
the Surisei says that these young ones will eat just about anything. They're ravenous, but if you could find them the best kind of the best things that only the sea could offer, and it starts like naming like fish, oysters, clams, stuff like that,
Hmm.
fresh as possible. Offer them
Let's
the
go
bounty of the
fishing,
sea so that
boys.
they can see that they have been greedy and given into poor self-indulgences.
Hmm. You think they are not eating the bestest of options?
If they are where you say they are eating. They've become as wasteful and gluttonous as others of our kind.
Hmm. Okay.
They have become the whatchamacallit. What's the colloquial name for these things? I think they're called sewer beasts.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it says that they are becoming the sewer beasts that that you uplanders know us as.
Now that, in like layman's terms, they're otyugs, right?
These are in fact Otyugs, yeah.
All right, thought so.
Huh.
Like the one that was our merchant in
Yeah, yeah, merchant.
Yeah,
Yep,
you guys
that's
met
Horizon
exactly.
a
Events.
very intelligent Otyug.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like otyugs. All right. I say I will pass along the message and make sure that your children eat a meal that will jog their memory.
Yes, yes. He tells you to bring the food with you, and I will be there as well. All right, do you guys depart the sewers?
Yeah, depart the sewers to get some fresh fish and other delightful things.
Okay. You guys leave the sewers then. Nothing else happens to you.
Cool. And I presume like there's still enough time that some of the markets are still open, like some of the
Yeah.
fish markets. All right,
Mm-hmm.
pick up some fresh food there.
You know
Spend
that there are three of them. Do you get poor, medium, or good quality meals for them?
well, how much will the best kind
Yeah, I'll put
put
in
us
money
over?
for the best kind.
Okay. I will tell you. Let's see. Meal. A good meal is a gold piece for a platter. And if you're getting 3 platters worth, it'd be 3 gold pieces.
No, we're gonna get he'll get
Platinum.
9 platters. He'll throw 9 gold pieces. Barry will chip in 9. 3 for
Okay.
each. I'm figuring these things
You
are big.
you get enough to feed like a decent, like a pretty large group of people.
Yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
these are
You
all
guys
TX.
get heaps of fish and
We tell 'em
oysters and
we're having a seafood
scallops.
party.
Yeah,
Heck
the
Like,
yeah.
fishmongers are
This is what
very
they're missing
happy.
out on unless they join us. We need party hats as well.
Yeah,
yeah.
and yellow rain slickers to show that we're longshoremen or whatever.
Oh no.
You can call me a Longeon Silver.
Bubba Gumps.
There we go. Yeah, we raid all of the local fast food seafood restaurants.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well,
So
yeah,
I
you
get.
guys have a big ol' feast ready, basically, of well, it's not cooked. It's raw fish and stuff, seafood,
Yeah, but that's probably how they like it.
and I assume you transport it somehow.
Yeah, put it all
Somehow,
on Barry.
a nice
All
cart,
right.
food cart or something. We'll bring it back or
Yeah.
whatever.
Ice chest.
Hmm. Ice chest, flip flops, sun hat. Let's break out the SPF 50 and have a beach day in a dungeon.
You could cast daylight.
There we go. Yeah, if Freedom ever wants a tan, all he has to do is just cast daylight in like a mirrored room.
So are you guys going into this place after curfew or before curfew?
I think before curfew. Don't want a chance being
So like what, eight
accosted
o'clock?
by any guards. Yeah, that seems to be the
All
standard.
right. There are some people out in the streets at this time. Not a lot, but some.
I'm wearing my goofy mask.
Okay.
Not
Voyons le
suspicious at
rendezvous.
all.
As you guys are walking towards the ruins of Lucky Bone, the a sewer um a manhole covering slides out, and you see an eye stalk like an up periscope show up, and then
With a slide
tentacles and
whistle.
stubby feet. Yeah, and the Otyug is actually like dressed in raiments. It's got like seashells and the seaweed on it and pearls, and it is actually carrying a rusty trident.
Oh my
Okay.
god. I'm loving this sewer sage even more.
And it says if you could escort it quickly, it is still early, and it does not want to be seen by others who might attack us.
Too bad disguise self won't work on it. Yeah,
I could use my space spell to give it a different
And
face.
it asks if you've brought,
They look a different Otyug.
yeah, it asks if you've brought an offering for the younglings.
but the girl sewer sage many
Yeah, we're dragging a
offerings.
bunch of fish.
Okay. If you show it the seafood and stuff, it will look at it, it'll appraise the seafood itself, it'll take some fish, it'll take some clams and stuff them into its mouth whole. And yes, this is decadent.
It's a disaster.
It does mention that this is too good for them, but if this won't help help them see the error of their ways, then nothing will.
Uh, Beyond nods and proceeds to hustle along to try and get to the entry point.
Okay, you guys do. I'm going to show you something.
I'll dip. I can see
It's a
how
gray
small our
screen.
tokens are.
Yep. Now let's see, where is my... Yeah, I'll just use this anyway. That's right, I gotta make them... I gotta resize these. because they are whatchamacallit. These are young ones. So they're not as big. The sewer sage is large because these things are normally large.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, but yeah, you guys come down here, and what you see is a bunch of filth.
Ooh.
It is smelly down here.
I I'll lead the way with the platter of fish.
I'll be carrying one too.
I think we're all carrying at least one of these fucking things
Oh yeah,
because there's just so many of them.
yeah. You guys bought a ton. Well, Barry bought a ton.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, below the
These
trapdoor, a
have
flight of stairs descends into a partially collapsed basement. The air is thick with the cloying reek of garbage and decay, and clouds of fat flies buzz about, making it doubly unpleasant to breathe within the dank chamber. A wooden door reinforced with rusting iron strips sits in the eastern wall. And as soon as you guys come down, you see the Otyug younglings stirring, and they begin looking at you hungrily.
Hmm. You want some of these?
Yeah. I'll be gesturing with the platter as well, mimicking freedom.
Okay.
You can have some, but
They are licking their chops. And freedom as you offer some of the food,
well, I don't step
they
out.
they start moving towards you.
There was a but in that, but I guess.
Who offers them food?
Uh, I'll
Well,
hold
I think we're gonna
a
try
plate
to
of food out.
negotiate first, but if they're walking towards me, I'll back up and put my hand out and say, wait, wait, wait. I'll give you the fish if. Do we want them to just leave? Go home? Return home?
Don't we have the
If
other Otyug with us? Like,
Return
go
Yeah,
home?
with her.
yeah, they're with you. They're actually coming down the stairs. They're behind you.
Oh,
And yeah, as you back up, like they keep following you. Like they're hungry and they're ravenous. They look like they'll settle for you too if you don't
oh,
give them the food.
shit,
But
okay.
the sewer sage does come down the stairs behind you guys. It's a tight fit for them because they're so big.
Mm-hmm.
Where is this adult Otyug?
I'll like see them squeezing through and I'll back up this way, I guess.
Mm-hmm. They're like, bah. It like barrels down the steps as fast as it can, and the little Otyugs they do like pause as they see the creature that they
Like,
know
oh shit,
quite
mom!
well. Yeah,
Mom showed up.
and it begins speaking in a language none of you guys know.
Okay.
Is it Aklo?
It is not Iglo.
Okay. Actually, Otyug might have it just be its own language. I can't remember. I don't have it anyway, though.
It's actually undercommon.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't have that either.
It speaks almost like you guys, but in a weird gurgly tone. And it begins trying to convince them to come back uh, with it, and it gestures for you guys to give the platters of food to them.
I
I hand them
will
the food.
follow its direction.
Okay.
3 platters each.
Their mouths move towards the platters, and the sewer sage like begins picking up some of it and putting it in their mouths like a mother would feed her babies.
Mhm.
And the sewer sage does calm them down. They all gather near it, and it begins like proselytizing them once more. And after some time, it tells the 5 of you that well, first it says praise to the seas.
Mm.
Yes, praise of the seas. I do.
Praise to the Lamia.
You, my friends, have opened up their figurative eyes.
Yeah, food works on my cats.
By
It's
this
good.
grace and mercy, they have sloughed off their selfishness, at least for the time being. They've all agreed to come back home, where they belong.
Oh, that's
I'm
good.
happy to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
But as my thanks for you, I will remain here with them for a short time. Do what you need to do. Root out this cult, and I will assist you as much as I can with Gosre's blessings.
Don't let any of them escape.
Yeah, it says that it will. It won't it won't let any of the cultists buy it.
Okay.
Perfect.
If
That's all we
anybody
need,
wants
I
to
think.
flee,
Nice.
let like at
Hopefully.
least one go. Oh.
Let one go to spread the word.
Behind freedom,
What?
I'll just kind of shake my head like, no.
No, not
Don't do
it.
that.
Let one go. One of us let it go so that it runs into this.
Oh,
Oh,
I got
right.
you.
Yeah.
That would be pretty funny, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, this right
Nice.
here is actually a pretty high CR encounter. That is just kind of like whatchamacallit. It's kind of
I bet
like
a,
a
I bet a lot of
It's a
people
high.
don't have ways, don't end up running into the sewer sage and don't end up having a way to like bypass it like this. So it's kind of cool that
Yeah.
we got to do that.
Mm.
We basically just set up. We basically just set up a high CR trap for an enemy.
yeah, basically.
True.
Like it was supposed to be a high CR encounter for us, but we basically flipped it to be a trap for the enemy.
Yeah.
I'll ask the sewer sage, if any of the cultists are giving us trouble and we need a little bit of reparations, would you be able to use the power of Gosray to heal us?
The sewer sage says that they will not. They won't go with you to engage in direct combat, but they will fight any cultists that try to get through them here, as well as if you are injured or need any other blessings, they will use
Okay.
what Gosre has given them to assist you
Nice.
if you come
That's
back here.
pretty
So
much
yeah,
what I was
yeah.
asking.